Fucking right.
Open discussion, let's bring it straight to the table. This the EBL experience where we talk about the realest shit. Everybody feeling it, just go pick a topic. We got difference of opinion here, so it's always popping. Everybody gon' be listening, cause we never stopping. We put on for the black businesses, that's part of the experience. When we talking about whatever you need to know. And if you rockin' with us, that's nowhere else you need to go. Ho, tell them Uncle E. Tell them Lady B,
yeah.
Tell them Dr. Tig, we be talking politics, and we be talking streets, spilling all type of tea. And every show we talk about black history, we talking sports, man, championship rings, we talking athletes, whoever got game, what's your experience? Is it this or that? Let it be known, we put on for all things black. This is EBL, this is what we do. We expose the lies so we can talk about the truth. What's your experience? Huh? Yeah, what's your experience?
What's going on, everybody? Woo! What's going on, everybody? This is the EBL Experience. This is your main man, Uncle E. To the right, I got my girl, Lady B.
Yo, what up?
To the left, the man pushing the buttons and all that good shit, Dr. T.
Hey, what's up?
There you go, Dr. T. Got the Nixon peace sign. You know when he said, "I'm out this bitch." There you go. You know, happy holidays to everybody listening, and F everybody who ain't listening. That's how I feel. Shit. You don't know about EBL at this time, nigga. You just hating. God damn. You just hating when you ain't listening to us and everything. But, you know, even our theme song is Grammy worthy. I think it's something about that when he began that shit with, I think every rapper that begins with that I think they about to go in. Like J. Cole.
You kind of got her.
Like J. Cole, like when he be like, I like, yeah, that bitch about to get you. Like he about to Professor X this shit. You know. Kirby, that's what your name need to be, Professor X, because you rap like you know what to say to people when you say it out your nigga, you get it. You get it. Yeah, I renamed that nigga rap name. His name is Professor X now because he know what you're saying.
I don't even know if he ever had a rap name.
Well,
he had a rap name?
King?
His name Professor X now. I gave that nigga his rap name. Oh, that's dope. Professor X. You heard it first here on EBL Experience. You already know.
That man did not sign off on that.
You don't got a choice. It's on EBL. It's like stamped now. Like if you say it on the show, it's stamped. Ain't that the rule?
I don't know.
That's the rule. Fucking right.
We see a lot of unstamped shit on here.
Yeah, it gets stamped as soon as the show ends. It's stamped. Give me that stamp, bitch.
All right, man.
Let's get into this shit.
Oh lordy, Tig, you know, take us into the black spotlight, my brother. Sure you got something over there, you know, real power to the people for us.
Yeah, I want to talk about the first the first president of the United States. The first black president of the United States. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah. So who do y'all think was the first black president of the United States?
You come up with this silly shit about that dude?
About who?
The dude that they say was president before George Washington.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know that nigga name.
But what you got?
His name John Hanson.
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. So he was really the first black president of the United States in a way, not like totally legit, but in the sense that he was a black man of power during that time.
So that made him president?
Right, because he signed the Article of Federation. And he was a leader of the Congress before it became the United States of America, when it was like just the 13 colonies and shit like that. Mm-hmm. He was actually a leader in the colony at a certain point in time which in a way you are if you're the leader of the Congress, then you're basically the president. And like this man was enslaved in Maryland. He bought his freedom and moved to Liberia. Then he came back and he started helping with, I guess, getting the country together on his freedom.
How a nigga who a slave buy his freedom?
I heard that before.
You don't make no money. Like, how you gonna buy it?
No,
I don't know.
No, some slavers was given I guess a privilege of working for money. Like they do certain, like they'll build a chair and they'll sell it.
And you had different types of slaves. You know, you maybe wasn't
like some people have more freedom than other slaves.
Right.
I mean, I felt like they all had in common that they didn't get paid though.
Nah, it's not for their work, but if they build something to sell, which if they master allow them to sell stuff, then they could definitely do that. Yeah,
right. That's not the same as getting paid by your master.
Oh no, hell no.
Nah, he didn't get paid by his master. But I don't know how he got his money to buy his freedom. You know, maybe he came up on a lick. You never know. You know,
what is it to hit a lick in that day and age? Like, what is?
I'm thinking either
have some sugar,
find some gold, find an animal, raise the animal, sell the eggs,
something like that.
You know what I'm saying? Go for it. You can go foraging for like little herbs and berries and sell it and shit like that.
I just don't think don't people was gonna let that nigga be president of nothing.
Right. You got a lot of that's so he was a Moor. All right. So remember when I told you the Moors pretty much civilized Spain.
Right.
Well, in a way, they kind of help build the foundation of the country, because at that time, you know, it's not easy to start a country. You got to know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. I got paperwork. Even at that time, you had paperwork.
That nigga said that like a business.
You had.
No, that nigga just can't run this shit.
Right. You know what I mean? Even in that time, you had paperwork that had to be filled out for people in other countries to recognize you as a country or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that paperwork, then like people, I guess countries like England sees you trying to succeed, and then they start a war with you. But anyway, so he was a Moor. He was a Moor that helped pretty much with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He helped with the paperwork. He showed them what to do. You know, they pretty much did the same thing for the United States that they did for Europe at that time. So, you know, I got a name for a Moor. The last time I just spoke about the Moors like in general. But this time I got a name for a Moor, a certain Moor that helped us do that. So technically he was the first black president of the United States and not Barack Obama. James Hansen, born 17 something.
Wait. Okay. 17 something.
1725.
He was born 17 something.
One of them days.
Oh Lord, I'm weak. That shit funny.
So that's pretty much it. You know, the Moors, you running shit.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't even be knowing.
All right.
I feel that. We appreciate you for that Black Spotlight.
Right.
I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's time to get into the 7-minute huddle. We got a couple sports topics for y'all per usual. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember Aries to play that shit?
Did they?
Yeah. I used to like when they two flutes and one saxophone and one trumpet and two snares. Used to play that shit.
You didn't do the whole thing though.
That's how I go. Tig, no.
Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So our first topic today is gonna be the Saints. Y'all know how we coming. What is the topic? Lord Jesus. Oh, are we? What are your hopes?
Nope.
Dang, I ain't even get.
Nope. This ain't Star Wars.
But wait,
this ain't the hope of a new galaxy.
Can I get the question out?
Fuck that question.
What are your hopes? Or
You beginning that question with hope is no.
nigga, that's all we got.
Man, look.
Is hope and love. Hope and love. Okay, that's it. That's all we got.
Evil is good.
You know what I'm saying? So, what are y'all hopes for the Saints making the playoffs? Because we are still in the hunt. We got to play the Bucks. We got to play the Falcons. I think we play the Browns, the Eagles, and the Panthers. I think that's our last games. I might be missing somebody.
Yeah, we're going to be 1-4 throughout that whole ordeal.
Who the one?
We just, who the one? Mm-hmm. Might be Carolina.
Mm. So,
might be
basically,
Carolina.
you have no hope.
The way it's going now,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to understand who our coach is. That nigga ain't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that nigga look very retarded with that thing over his head right now.
Mm-hmm. So, would you fire Dennis Allen now
I
or
would have
later?
fired Dennis Allen 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I would have fired Dennis Allen when he blatantly wouldn't put Jameis Winston in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been fired him.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Oh,
straight like
that's
that.
where we at.
Oh, yeah, straight like that.
Okay. All right, Ted.
Like, when we got a first round pick, okay. So a nigga who ain't playing right now, oh, okay.
Wait.
Fuck you.
Oh. Ted. Since we clearly see where Ernest at.
Right. Yeah, I hope that we could make the playoffs. I'm still hoping.
Y'all
see,
like
hope and love.
Yep, hope and love.
They don't love us, shit.
Yeah.
They love us. Don't say that.
Chris Harris, he could go to hell. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling out players. All right, let's go. Fuck that. Chris Harris. Fuck you. Tyrann Mathieu. You playing more assertive these days, but fuck you.
Damn.
Cam, you my boy. DeMario, you my dude.
How you gonna talk about Tyrann like that?
Do you think Tyrann be playing to his potential?
I mean, he's older now. I feel like y'all expectations was on another level. For
Cam
Tyrann.
old, and that man played more physical than Tyrann. At the most physical spot in the football.
Everybody ain't Cam.
Right, but Tyrann ain't doing even man. Look, fuck that. Tyrann is 29 years old. He all right.
I mean,
30, whatever. He all right.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. I'm just saying. I was just trying to.
I want all that.
Put some love in it.
That's you. They don't, baby. I'm like that bad woman that's tired of being sick and tired.
Yo.
You feel what I'm saying?
You fed up.
Bitch, you ain't gonna keep hurting me. I'm just sitting here.
You fed up. That's what you're saying.
Ain't no reason why I should be listening to the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack album after a Saints game. I'm that hurt. Shit.
That was a really good album.
That was a really good album. Okay. But no, I'm not gonna cry. I ain't gonna shed these tears.
Let's acknowledge that was a good.
No, I'm not gonna cry.
I'm sorry, but Tig, what you were saying about your hopes and dreams?
Damn.
Of the teams we have left to play, who you think we beaten to make the playoffs?
We're beating them all.
Oh, we about to win out?
Yeah, we're gonna win out. I'm hoping to win out. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So when I
That's
say
the word. Hope.
When I say we're gonna win out, I mean we're going to hope. Hope for that shit.
I feel like the rest of our games are winnable, with the exception of the Eagles game. I don't think we're gonna win it.
Yeah,
but the rest of them are winnable.
We gotta fight his chance.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with our team. It's not talent.
Something's wrong.
No, listen to me. When healthy, Saints, arguably talent-wise, have some of the best talent in the league. It ain't got nothing to do with Andy Dalton. It don't got nothing to do with certain things going on with certain players. It's fucking coaching. We don't even have these coaches not even having players accountable. Like when Chris Harris did that bullshit in the game, Sean Payton would have been down. We probably wouldn't have seen Chris Harris no more that game. We probably haven't. We would not have seen that nigga no more at all. Nah, not Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen got that nigga back. He yelling with him. Like, nigga, really? Come on, bro. You know he fucked up in the head. That's what he did. I mean, think about this. We was in a red zone 3 times last game. You feel what I'm saying? 3 fucking times. And one it was on a 1 yard line. You feel what I'm saying? That pisses me the fuck off when you can't even call the right play
For a 1 yard play.
for a 1 yard fuck. Really? That's what pisses me off. And it's like I say, it's not a talent problem. Saints have a lot of talent.
I agree with
You feel what I'm saying? We didn't lose much talent last year. We gained talent. If you would notice with Marcus May and Tyrann Mathieu. So allegedly. But my thing is, even with Andy Dalton, Andy's not that bad of a quarterback for us not to be able to score 14 points. I mean, we top 7th offense in the league. We could fucking at least score 14 points. And then you dumbass don't elect to kick the field goal once time you was close to the, in field goal range. You go for it on 4th down. We could have been, that score could have been 13-6. And we could have been going down the field for at least a winning touchdown.
I ain't like it. I agree. I remember talking to Chanel about that. I was like, man, if we would have kicked those 2 field goals, we'd have been down, 7 points.
That's crazy, right?
It'd have been a 1-score game with time,
With time left.
And I was like,
now with Dennis Allen sucked that time up. You don't know what that time went there with that nigga. Y'all.
That kind of upset me too.
This is the first time in a long time because Saints been losers with Sean Payton. They had a 7 years, 8 years, but this is the first time when it's just really been bad football. Like, this is blatantly bad coached football. This is a horrible coached team right here. It is horrible.
I'm just mad our defense is not,
But this is the thing that goes to show that when Dennis Allen not really paying attention to the defense, you feel what I'm saying? And that's what happened. We probably got a suck ass defensive coordinator as our coordinator to call those damn plays. You feel what I'm saying? We need to close out. We just need a coach with a disciplined pedigree to get that shit together, straight like that. We don't need no bitch. We don't need no players coach as a bitch.
I do want a different coach. I want the Saints to consider Jimmy G next year because he's gonna be a free agent.
Now. Go after Aaron Rodgers.
Or that.
I will elect to go after Aaron Rodgers.
But Jimmy G younger.
Jimmy G.
But I wouldn't mind if we got Aaron Rodgers either.
With the team we got now, we need a quarterback now. Like a talent now.
I said that shit like months ago. I was like, they didn't get a quarterback. They got brought in Andy Dalton. Man, Jameis should have had way more, I guess, pressure or talent or somebody better to compete with him.
To push him.
Yeah. No, just fucking take the fucking spot. That boy sad. Fuck him. Fuck pushing that shit.
Oh my God.
Fuck pushing that shit. Let's push somebody else. He could be the 2nd string quarterback. That's what I mean.
So you like Jimmy G or Aaron Rodgers for the Saints to try to go after?
Somebody.
Anybody.
I'm not that high.
I'm just ready for something new. Yeah.
I'm not that high on Jimmy G.
Something new.
Oh Lord.
Hey, I'm not that really high on Jimmy G either.
Yeah, I'm not that high.
I think
Jimmy G breaks.
But they got him out like, yeah.
Jimmy G breaks under pressure like a motherfucker.
He has that trend. But we'll find out. He gonna get paid if they go to the Super Bowl.
And I'm not paying him.
Yeah, I don't think we should
Fuck no.
break the bank on. I'm not saying that.
Kiss my ass.
We supposed to move on. Man, okay, so yeah, we gotta get into Deion.
Told you so. That's all I'm gonna say.
Told you so about what?
That nigga wasn't gonna stay.
I mean, yeah, we knew he wasn't gonna stay.
You just didn't know he was gonna leave so soon.
Fucking right. I was like, God damn, boy, you ain't waste no time.
What, it was 2 years?
Yeah, because 2 seasons. He played the first little COVID season they had in the spring.
Right.
Then he came back and they played and they, this is the season. This is it. Like
one of them seasons he was hurt, had his toe situation.
Yeah,
but that's the thing.
Nice little foot.
He gonna take them players with him. Yeah, that number one cornerback dude going with him. His son's going with him. Boy, that transfer portal about to be lit for Colorado.
But the transporter in general is going to be lit.
I'm not very versed on college football, but I know what the transfer portal is. But there are no stipulations with that.
It's free agent. It's just like free
Okay.
agency. You go wherever you want.
Yeah.
Really?
Talk to. It's like free agency. You can talk to any school you want to. After the season is done, the season have to be done. If it's not done, then they could get violations and you won't be able to play. So
But they still doing it though.
They still do it, but season have to be done. And after the season done, the player could choose to transfer. And I love it.
So how does somebody get redshirted?
Red shirt is when somebody has gets sit down for a year. But
Well, I know, but why?
because they want to save them.
Conserve eligibility.
Yeah. So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
you can have a red shirt. You could be deep at quarterback, and you could be like, you got this good quarterback, but you don't want to lose his year, so you sit his ass down.
I see. Thank you for that.
But
quick
you
education.
can also play some games and still get red shirted, but you can't play more than 4 games. If you play more than 4 games, you're not eligible to be red shirted. So you can play games and
Okay.
still get red shirted.
Okay.
Just the amount you could do.
So back to Deion. I'm sorry, I needed that.
No, that's fine.
Back to Deion though. Tig, I want to hear from you, Tig, as a member of the SWAC Society by alumni.
I've been watching this situation closely
I'd
for
like
like
to
the
hear.
last 2 years. All right.
I'd like to hear.
So
You missed
when
that.
when Deion would
That's you missed that, didn't you?
miss what?
You leaving.
Did I miss it? Yeah, I thought he was gonna stay at least till his son Shiloh Sanders finishes. So I think he was a freshman last year, a true freshman. He started as a true freshman. So
Shiloh is the
that's when you
quarterback?
start and you just the first year you're on campus.
Right,
before
right.
You're like you're
Yeah.
true. And he got the redshirt freshman.
Shiloh's the quarterback.
Yeah,
Oh, he nice.
yeah.
Shiloh nice at quarterback.
He's the one that got the NIL deal with Tom Brady. I think that's Shiloh. Yeah. So he got the NIL with Tom Brady. That's a whole nother fucking rodeo right there. NIL
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fucking the transport portal. That's a whole nother rodeo.
I can teach you.
But he got the NIL with Tom Brady, and he could pretty much move wherever he wants. So it's safe to say that they're gonna take a lot of talent from Jackson State. The whole idea was to put the SWAC on the map, and I think he didn't stay there long enough to achieve that goal.
Nope.
I agree.
I thought it was a 5-year plan, 7 to 5 years. Then Deion was gonna move on to bigger and better things. But what I think will push Deion out early is just like inner hateness between our people.
The other coaches.
The other coaches, I think, certain things that were being said by players, and the coaches not really like, hey, checking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the coaches didn't check that shit what players were saying about them and shit like that, but I just thought it was just it wasn't classy. You know what I'm saying? It was on some real fucked up shit. There's competition, but then there's things that you say that could hurt people and shit like that.
Right.
It's just football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't really gotta be all that rah shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could definitely. I know testosterone is boiling, and we men and we just it's a gladiator sport. So there's a lot of shit that could be said, but it needs to be said respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like on some just keep it on the field type shit. And I think that was it. And just the opportunity. You can't be $5 million a year. Deion getting $5 million a year, and at Jackson State he getting $300K. You know what I'm saying? Colorado, from what I heard about their practice facility, is A1. Jackson State, it had the potential to be A1, definitely the best in the SWAC, but there was a plan to improve it to Deion Sanders. And then again, he didn't stay long enough to see that shit through. So, as a SWAC fan, I think we missed out on an opportunity. And congratulations to Deion.
I think something else happened.
What? Well, tell us.
I think this was the plan all the way, all along.
You think
I
Deion
think-
was slimy like
I
that?
think when have we ever known Deion for being a good citizen?
All staying loyal to the team.
Oh, staying loyal to the team. Let's not be real. I mean, let's be real about this shit. Deion is all about Deion. Always have been. Ain't nothing gonna change about that shit.
Ain't it? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that either.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but that's just Deion always been flashy.
There's
He
one man
came to the draft the way he did, always flashy, and he ain't never say sorry about it, and that's fine. That's Deion, and we accepted Deion for who he is. But I think this was the plan all along to get on the bigger playing field, basically for his sons and people that he really bought, like that cornerback that he bought there. I think he told him, because you got to think about it. You the number one player in the coming out of high school at your position, and you go to Jackson State. It got to be a plan. And I know Deion sold him a plan. Like, bro, we're not gonna stay here. I'm gonna get a job at a D1 school, and you're gonna be on the you're gonna get you your own deal and shit like that, and you're gonna be on the broader stage. I think that's what he told him.
I think
with his sons.
I think the way the college climate is, he was gonna get them deals anyway, certain NIL deals and shit like that.
But it's gonna be big at a bigger school.
I think but I think that the notoriety the kid would have got if he signed with a Power 5 instead of Jackson State wouldn't have been as much, because like what he did, he made history. You know what I'm saying? He chose a HBCU over the Power 5. And the consensus number one high school player before him and after him, we won't even know him. We won't even know them. We won't know their name, but we know Travis Hunter's name because he went to Jackson State. Not that he's not good or anything. He's definitely a real good talent, but only because he went to Jackson State and he did.
But we'll still know the other players. But I know what you're saying.
You're right. What are their names?
Which one? I mean, which position?
The number one players coming out of high school
last year,
the year before him, and the year after them. What are their names?
What year he came out?
He came out last year. This is his first year playing. He's a true freshman. You don't know them, but you know who Travis Hunter is. You know what he look. If you don't know his name, you know what he look like. Oh, that's the kid that went to Jackson State. So now he's bigger than bigger than what he would have ever been if he would have went to like a Alabama. Because if you go to Alabama, they always get the consensus number one. Most of the time, or some of the time, they get the consensus number one. You don't know them kids until they hit the field and they make a name for themselves in this draft time. That's when you start to learn the kid's name.
That's true.
But Travis Hunter, you know his name off of GP.
So what you saying is basically, when LSU type teams get them players, they just throw them on the team because we already known for getting 4-5-star players.
Right,
so but what he did when Jackson State get that shit, I feel what you're saying.
Right, what he did in college football was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? That it was unheard of. So people knew his name, and he started getting NILs. Like, and plus, like, he didn't have to stay on campus. He stayed with Deion in a mansion. Like, a lot of them kids stay with Deion. Like, his favorite players probably stay with him.
I know that team didn't
or
like that
stay
nigga.
off campus.
I know Jackson State. I know some Jackson State players probably was resentful towards
I met
Deion or some shit.
I met the quarterback at Warren Easton. He got an NIL deal, and off the NIL deal, he was able to get him a house. So
that's what's up.
Yeah. Now, that's what they was telling me in the barbershop. Now, whether it's true or not, I don't know. But he didn't tell me that. They told me that. You know what I'm saying? So that NIL, that shit crazy. We don't really see it, but that shit crazy, man.
It's gonna get bigger.
If you know a kid,
it was about time though.
Right. If y'all know a kid that's like on the field that's playing for like a Power 5 D1 school, man, pull that nigga to the side and be like, bro, what that NIL life like? Because we was in high school, we ain't had that shit.
But think about,
and you will hear some wild shit.
LeBron's son. That nigga sound like a $2 million deal with that shit.
Yeah.
But for a regular nigga, like from Warren Easton to sign a deal like that,
the regular high school kids getting it. That it ain't on a major scale, but they getting it. They getting it. They got
800,000.
Like them boys, like if they,
it's life changing.
That's motivational.
Yeah, it's life changing.
Fucking right. I wish I would have had.
But that goes in what Michael Jordan was saying. Michael Jordan had an interview with Oprah, and I just seen this shit today, and basically was saying, back in the days to get them type of deals, we had to be good already. Like we had to earn that shit, play before Nike could take a chance on us or Reebok could take a chance on us. We had to play 4 or 5 years, but now you got players just getting deals because potentially they can be good. We don't know you're gonna be good. We just potentially that you
or
made.
just because you known, you have that platform.
Yeah, but what
you
if
know
they
what I
not
mean?
good and they got all that money?
If Bronny not good, I don't
No,
think they're gonna
I'm
care.
just saying. Michael Jordan was just saying like they don't have no real motivation. No
I
more.
understand,
Like
but I'm
like ain't no go getters no more.
But I'm just saying that they take that chance because these people already have a platform.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
regardless of if Bronny is good, of course, if he's good, that's gonna skyrocket it. But even if he's not good, he still has a very large following because of his father.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you still
mean-
gonna sell whatever as long as his personality is where it needs
But that's
to be.
gonna dry out though if you ain't good.
Maybe not, depending on what he do.
I mean, definitely can't be nothing in basketball if you sad like that. You got to be good at something else.
We talking about Bronny. I don't think he gonna have that problem, but just generally speaking, it's just.
So what you saying? LeBron James' son?
I'm not saying he gonna be LeBron.
You saying LeBron James' son ain't gonna make it to the league, or what you trying to say?
What's that admitment? I plead the fifth.
This dude,
I don't
that
know.
boy,
Oh,
that,
it's Shador Sanders. It's not Shallow. Shallow's the running back, or the quarter, the safety or the cornerback.
okay,
It's Shador Sanders.
That's-
I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah,
One of those Sanders.
yeah, one of them fucking.
One of those Sanders farms.
We gotta move on, man. We was been supposed to. Let's get into the mind of Dr. Tig. Tig, what you got for us today?
Hold on.
Man, in my mind, man, you know what I've been watching.
Hey, nigga, we gonna start this shit off smooth.
You gonna start it off right?
Nigga, yeah.
Let's start it off right there.
Nigga, your mind ain't nothing. But it's smooth, right? In the mind of Dr. T. Walk into the mind of Dr. T. In your mind, Dr. T. He always on your mind, Dr. T. Oh, nigga, it's Dr. T. Motherfucker, Dr. T.
Yeah.
Dr. T.
All right, man, what you got?
Yeah.
To the mind of Dr. T.
Alright.
Nigga think I'm
So
finished.
what,
Dr.
Man.
All right, I'm finished. Dr. T.
Tig, I already know what I'm about to do. Lord,
So,
go ahead.
I just been up on my I guess what's going on in Ukraine. Y'all been following that?
Somewhat.
Not at all.
You been following that?
Somewhat.
So what you know about it? Like what as far as like the who's winning? Let me ask you.
I can tell you like this. I'm surprised that the war is still going on.
Right.
I thought Russia would have. I mean, it.
I feel like Russia should concede at this point. If they ain't win yet, just concede.
But they not because
He can't concede. 'Cause
yeah.
When you concede over there, they murder you. I think
Yikes.
I think it's life or death for
Yikes,
Vladimir
nigga.
Putin. I think this is life or death.
Well,
Damn.
I don't think he just get to like, oh, you lose your presidential job or anything, you go home or whatever, and they just be like, yeah, shame on you for the rest of history. No,
nah.
I think they kill your ass.
I think if he concede,
They'll kill him.
but it's gonna show the world that nigga, y'all be roofing all this long about all this shit y'all got, but y'all can't beat little Ukraine. You think you could beat a powerhouse like United States, nigga? Nigga, please.
Right. So that's the
So-
crazy part. So
It's just like hold on. It's just like United States and going to Vietnam. When we thought we was gonna just smash Vietnam, and Vietnam, it was one of the most bloodiest wars ever, and we were getting our ass whooped. We did not win that shit. We said, okay, y'all can do y'all thing. That's what we said.
And on a side note, see the thing about that, you know, China came right after the United States and tried to do the same thing, and Vietnam bust their ass too and sent them home the same way too. But that was just a little side note. But okay, so yeah, right, you're right. You know, the Ukraine is putting up a fight, but not only are they putting up a fight, they are like winning from. Now this is Western propaganda, so I'm just telling y'all what they telling me because a lot of people, in the United States not really following it. Like when it first came out, everybody was like, World War III, Russia's, now we're about to go to war. Now we just like that shit probably at that time when they first attacked Ukraine, that shit was probably on our mind probably like at least once a day, twice a day. Now that shit never crossed our mind.
It don't cross mine.
But when it happened, you thought about it a lot, right? Like when it first happened, you were like, shit.
I kept up with it a little bit.
Right.
But that's only because it was coming through my news feed like that. You know what I'm saying? But now that it's been so long.
So when you say news feed, like you mean like Facebook?
Like Facebook, well, any type of social media or whatever,
Well, that's one of the reasons why our groceries high right now because of that shit.
Right. So,
boy, y'all seen the price of eggs? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Eggs outrageous right now, boy.
I still gotta have my eggs though, baby.
Them eggs was like $4.99.
Yeah.
$5.20.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to get off eggs in a second. But go ahead, Tig.
But yeah, so that's the thing. Little Ukraine is putting up a fight, and they like are really. It's fucking up Putin's plan for what he had to go on, because this was supposed to be a quick 1-2, boom. We are now in control of Ukraine. So, see, Western propaganda will have you believe that Putin attacked because of Nazis in the Ukraine. And they said, they were trying to purge Ukraine of Nazis and things like that. Me, I don't really think that's true. So it turns out from my research that apparently Ukraine dammed off a canal that sent water to a country below Ukraine. I think it's maybe Crimea or something like that. Something like that.
Wait, what it is?
Crimea is a country.
No, not the country. What you were saying initially?
They dammed off a canal.
Oh, okay.
Ukraine did.
Right, to stop water from flowing from point A to point B. And that pissed the Russians off, because apparently the Russians have interest in water. That
wherever they needed it to flow.
Right, right. And the fact that, Ukraine may potentially join NATO, and they don't want to be on the border of NATO. Russia doesn't want to be on the border of NATO. So that's the reason why they're fighting this war. So apparently Russia was not prepared for this battle. Apparently that Vladimir Putin didn't understand the status of his current day military. He didn't understand that there's a lot of corruption in his military. For example, tires on, I guess, machinery, like tanks and just transportation items to get military supplies from point A to point B weren't taken care of properly. So apparently, you have to turn these vehicles in order to preserve the tires. And the tires that they chose to use on their vehicles are like cheap Chinese tires. So now they're like, they're on the road and they got to stop because of a vehicle had a flat or it wasn't maintained properly. You know what I'm saying? Just like little crazy shit like that. You think a modern day military would be well equipped. You know what I'm saying?
So unprofessional.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not because the enemy fucking outfought you. It's because you didn't
dumb shit
change your oil. You know what I'm saying?
Rotate your tires.
Like little shit like that. And that totally amazed me. I was like, wow.
They'll piss a black man off.
Putin didn't understand the corruption. So when you give money for them to buy new supplies, they'll buy the cheap shit or the shit that's not really the cheap shit, and they'll take the rest of the money and pocket it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how his funds was trickled down into the military.
So Ukraine is winning. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Are they gonna win?
It looks like it.
And you think Putin gonna die about that?
Yeah. Or kill himself.
Okay.
But you know what it is, though.
Right, but I'm not really sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it just amazed me.
I think on Putin too.
They really
powerful to get murdered. Honestly, I think he just. Like he on some Castro type shit,
right?
Like Cuba.
And and he's backed in the wall, up against the wall, so he may use nukes.
But the thing is, though,
And
That would be
that could
not
start some
good.
shit.
now
Yeah,
if he
not
used
good.
if he used nukes, then that would be a war crime, and NATO will automatically get involved with it. So I don't think he would use nukes because he know if once he used that, you don't got to be involved in NATO because that's a problem.
That's
like
Pandora's
NATO,
box right there.
like NATO can't do anything because they not with them yet.
Right.
But if they use a nuke, that's a war crime because you basically doing some genocide type shit into another country, and people they gonna have to
Why
respond.
have them if you can't use them?
Well, it's a just in case thing, right? So it goes in.
I
We have them,
I don't think it goes more just in case than this.
baby.
Then-
Once
Now you
You
have
say
your
he-
different
Once-
types. You have your different types of nukes.
right,
So he can use a tactical nuke. That's not as
but
Deadly.
deadly. It's a smaller version of the nuke.
but
So it's like,
once other country
but
find out
once he
other country
uses
have
it, it's
something,
like, okay, you used the nuke, so we gotta retaliate. Now, how will the Western world retaliate? That's do you send troops or do you send another nuke? And then the nukes may get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like Russia has the biggest nuke.
Russia
They have the biggest nuclear bomb.
Russia have a huge military. That's why I'm shocked that they're losing because their military is like,
But he just told
if
people
it's not
over there
better,
doing
if
dumb,
it's not
corrupt shit.
if it's not bigger than the United States, then it's
But
definitely
the
second.
Western, like NATO, which is the United States, which is why Trump didn't want us in NATO. But NATO is supplying that war.
Well, United States is definitely
When the United States,
inside that
and the
giving.
United States is
yeah.
like 90% of NATO supplies and shit like that.
Yeah, they've been sending
But
a lot
Trump,
of money to
right,
Ukraine.
right, you send a lot of money to Ukraine, and everybody like, well, fuck. What
Now
about
that
this? and
I
what
have
about-
seen.
Right. What about this? What about that? A lot of money is going to Ukraine, and like 90% of that shit is like NATO. I mean, it's like the United States. And Trump was saying like, bro, why are we even fucking around with this shit? Like, if we gonna be the biggest and baddest, then let's just be the biggest and baddest. And why these other militaries getting weaker?
NATO is pretty much
Because they know that we gonna back them up, like other
Well-
countries and shit like that.
Well, NATO is
We
right.
starting to see them as like, yo, your military is getting weaker. Like the UK had the biggest navy around at one point, and then like you look at the navy now, you like, what the fuck happened?
Well,
Like what y'all doing? Where they under the umbrella of the NATO,
NATO,
which is 90% of the United States. So
Well,
Trump was like, man,
right.
I don't even know why we fucking with y'all. Like,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? We got to think about this shit because I don't really like it, you know.
Well, NATO, it was put in place as a sort of a peace thing or whatever. So NATO was definitely some laws and rules to everybody to abide with, basically, and it's like almost like a treaty. Now you also have people that's not a part of NATO, which is China, Russia, some other stupid motherfuckers out there. I forgot the other countries. You want to know? You want to
It's
know
like
Russia.
a lot of countries that's
You want to
not
know
part of
Russia
it.
and
Right.
China.
Most of them.
Right, a
But
lot of
NATO is bigger than the people that's not in NATO. That's the thing. But that's like Tig says, is more because
NATO
of
is
the
pretty
United
much,
States.
in my opinion, NATO is pretty much the United States, just kind of like guarding
The
these
world.
these certain countries and shit
Well,
like that.
but United States
For
have
our
interests
interest.
everywhere. United States have interests.
For our interest, and countries like Ukraine coming in, and what you got, like those Sweden and Norway, those neutral countries, them coming in
Yeah,
would
right
mean a
down
lot and shit, because it means a lot for trade and shit like that. And then you get to be like set embargoes and shit, like, oh, I don't like this country, let's set an embargo, and they don't get the shit that they need. Now they pissed and shit like that.
I'm just not trying to fight nobody else's war.
But Ukraine used to be for Russia.
We know, but then they broke off.
There
Now
was
in
the,
Russia
when
on-
it
that
was
was the
the
Soviet
Soviet
Union.
Union.
Right.
When it's the Soviet Union, when that was broken up, but I feel like Putin want that shit back. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he want that shit back. He
Yeah.
want those countries back.
He want them countries back.
He want-
one by one, but I think Ukraine is the people that
And
give
Poland,
the
Poland
most
is the
trouble.
country next to Ukraine. They like, man, we don't want them dudes next to us. Mm-hmm. And Ukraine, they more like they're more like Russia, but they want to become more like the West.
like a liberal Russian.
Right. They like got a lot of Russian traditional values
So,
and
like,
shit like that.
Ukraine?
Right?
Yeah, hell
but they
yeah.
want to
Definitely
be
do.
westernized too. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They want
Do
to like
shit different.
do shit different too, and like China and Russia, they don't want that shit on their borders. They don't want that. Like they don't want like Taiwan to be Taiwan because that shit is like right on their borders. They don't like Japan being close to them and shit like that. You know, they don't like South Korea being close to them and shit like that. They don't like that shit. You know, but yeah, that shit crazy. You know, shout out to Ukraine. That shit crazy because I don't know. I just don't like how they treated black people.
You don't like how who treated
Ukraine on that shit when they ain't want to let them black people get on that I guess that
So
train.
that's why I never felt sorry for him.
Yeah, I didn't like how that shit do for like Ukraine, and it just I mean I don't like how Ukraine did them black people, and just it's just crazy to me, man. It's just sometimes you're just like, man, fuck them people, man.
Simple as that.
Yeah, let's fuck them people, man.
Simple as that.
Oh man, that's funny. That's all you got, Tig? Or you any
Yeah.
last words on it?
It's gonna come back.
Okay.
I got a feeling in this episode, this what I said is gonna kind of be relevant in another part of the episode.
Okay, we're
I'm gonna tie it in. Watch this. I'm gonna tie it in.
Okay, all right. Next, man, we're gonna get into Shanquella Robinson. You know, she was the girl that went to Mexico with her friends and did not come back. It's so much about this going on. They arrested one of the friends. I think they all need to be arrested. I honestly didn't think nothing was gonna happen because you know they did it in another country and the United States didn't have no
Jurisdiction.
Yeah, they just and and I didn't think Mexico was gonna press charges because they, kind of blew it off. Seemed like initially until it became a thing.
Well, I could definitely tell you it became a thing because the United States pushed it.
Well, they ain't had no choice in the matter.
Yeah, I mean, it was the point of Mexico didn't have a choice but to take the shit serious because you're talking about the liability of anybody to come to Mexico on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
How's my safety? You ain't gonna take this shit seriously, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing's gonna start with is this 7 people and how they treated this young lady, 25 years old, from North Carolina. Beautiful young lady at that. We all go out on trips with our friends, and we would like to say we trust the motherfuckers that we go on a trip with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you trust if you go out in another country, you trust this person to have your back at least, right? Like, to look out for you. You fucked up on some shit, you feel me? Especially females, right?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, it was 3 gentlemen, 3 females, and her. So it was 7 people. It's the part for me where on video they beating the piss out this girl while she's clothesless. She had no clothes on. And
Was this a different video than
Yeah,
the
I
one
seen
I
the
saw?
video when she slammed her against the bed.
yeah, she's naked. She
She didn't look naked to me.
because they blurred it off, but she was definitely naked, like ass naked. She was ass
When
naked.
they slammed her against the bed.
Maybe
Yes,
maybe I ain't look
she was
closely enough.
ass naked.
The fight I saw was a one-on-one fight. Is this?
It was never a fight. It was she beat the girl.
I'm just trying to make sure we talking about the same video.
No, all right, it's in a hotel room, and she's fighting the girl, and I'm gonna call. Let me use my words kindly, so I won't offend nobody. But the dude that was filming talking about, damn, at least fight back.
Okay, so we
She was
talking about the
naked.
same video.
She was butt ass naked. It don't look like she's butt ass naked because the contrast and everything is dark, and she's dark, and when he blur it out, it's black. So it didn't seem like she was naked. I didn't know she was naked at first until closely looking, and then on the news media confirming she didn't have any clothes on. So my thing is, you filming this shit. Why this girl is damn near breeding her last brat on you whooping her ass, and you know she ain't fighting you back. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is this: you go on a trip, you just don't fight somebody like that and it just so happened whatever happened on the trip. That's why you got mad. And you had to fight her. That was bad. That was planned to me. That was set up to me. It was set up because, like the daddy said, if they would have did that in North Carolina, it wouldn't have slide like that.
Right.
Yeah, y'all went on a trip to Mexico, and yeah.
I think they set up too.
And they set up and they beat the piss out of that baby. And then you say, oh, Mrs. Such and Such, yeah, she had alcohol poisoning. She was throwing up all last night and everything. And this and that. Yeah. All right, click. All right, let me know what's going on with my baby, this and that. All right, click. To go and call the doctors where they at in the hotel. The doctor said, you need to take this baby to the emergency room. The doctor said that you need to take her to the emergency room. And they said, no. We ain't gonna take her to the emergency room. So they left that baby there, took her shit, and left a day early from their hotel. That's more suspicious. You're leaving a day early, then you're leaving her there, and then you're taking her luggage, and you brought her luggage to her mother house and sitting in this fucking woman's face. As you tell her how, oh yeah, she had alcohol poisoning and she died like that. That's crazy to me. You feel what I'm saying? That shit wild.
I definitely thought it was a setup. It felt like a setup. It smelled like a setup. I don't know that they intended to kill her. But I knew that they had something to do with it when they left her there. Mm-hmm. Because if one of my friends, God forbid, were to ever die from whatever situation,
you ain't leaving her.
I'm not about to leave them in Mexico.
Exactly.
So when they left her,
mm-hmm.
that's when I knew that they had something to do with it. Some kind of way they knew something that they wasn't saying. And that shit was disturbing.
And let me tell you something. When Interpol come in the hood just to pick your ass up to transport you back to Mexico, man, you going away for a long time. Interpol don't waste their time with anybody.
You should have just did that shit in America, because now you got to go to Mexican jail. If you was going to kill her.
And you know what type of trial it's going to be? Is the judge make the decision. He ain't going to have no jury, none of that shit. It's the penalty of that in Mexico is life in Mexican prison. And I know how bad the men prison is. I don't want to imagine what the female doing.
I'm sure it's terrible.
Terrible ain't the word. She gonna be somebody cha-cha.
A chi-chi.
Chi-chi. You know, whatever. And I want all of them handcuffed and brought back to Mexico. All of them need that same. Now, my thing is, why is all of them? Is because they all knew. It got to be a question of, all right, let's just say it's 6 of us and you don't know what's going on, right? And I've been like, and I let you know, man, we leaving early. What you gonna say first? Why? And then, what type of excuse they gonna get the other person? Shanquella, food, alcohol poisoning, we just gonna leave her here. And then you gonna say what? Why the fuck we leaving her here? When we leaving it there early, we leaving it here. None of that shit sound right. So everybody had to fucking knew about this shit, or was in on it at some point of the story.
What you would consider an accessory,
right? Because I'm gonna be because I'm gonna be like, why are we leaving her? Like, wait, time out. What, bitch? I spent my money. Why I'm leaving a fucking day early? And I spent my money to go to Mexico to enjoy myself. And why we leaving her and taking her shit? Like, what's going on?
It was suspect.
Come on, man.
It was suspect.
Everybody need to get handcuffed. Fuck all of them.
And that's sad.
25 years old? That, man, when I first heard that shit broke my heart so bad. Because it's like, as a father, it's like, when your baby's so far away and you can't fucking do nothing to save her life or to help her, that I think that would bother any parent. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dude, like helpless. She ain't had nobody. And she got killed, and she ain't had nobody.
It's quite sad.
That's 25 years old. She a baby. Too much of a life to live for. Damn. Fucked up.
Tig, you got thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's it.
Yeah,
But
I'm glad that that's not something I ever have to worry about.
But for what I heard, the prosecutor is Daniel D. La Rosa. Not Spanish people be having 2 last names, so they be going for. Mm-hmm. That's why I know about Spanish people. They have their mother last name and their daddy last name, and they put it together. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's yeah, but that's the prosecutor. I heard that prosecutor was like hard up on some shit, so they got the right prosecutor for the case. And it was only one warrant for that one person, so I'm waiting for some more warrants to be printed out for Interpol to come get the rest of these motherfuckers.
Report to Ernest.
Oh, let me tell you, I'm on this shit.
Located the suspects.
So look, I'm on it because that shit really broke my heart. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff on the news really don't get to me because this world is evil like that. So nothing surprised me, especially being from where we from. We watch the news, something bad happen every day. So nothing surprised me, but that right there.
It was next level.
That right there did something to me, and that should be an example or a warning to people, that younger people that travel with their friends. Watch who the fuck your friends are. Everybody's in your circle ain't supposed to be there. So always ask the Lord for, hey, show me my enemies, because some people are just so kind and good-hearted, they don't know who their enemies are, and they gullible. Know who the fuck your friends are, and you going on trips with these motherfuckers, and that's more for females.
Right.
It's more for them.
I've heard of girl trips when girls come back and they're not friends anymore. But
Yep,
I've
all the time.
never heard of girl trips to this extreme to where motherfuckers not coming back.
Yep.
Period. Huh?
That's crazy.
That is.
And that dude that was holding that camera, man, I want him to get the same fucking punishment.
Talking about, fight back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't fighting back.
Yeah, like, no, bitch, why you ain't stopping this? Come on, man.
Yeah. Form of bullying. I don't like bullying, so that's what broke my heart.
Niggas about to be talking though. None of them trying to go to jail.
Even if they don't.
So we about to find out exactly what happened.
Even if they don't go back to Mexico, some of them, it's gonna be street justice.
It's gonna be the one that talking about keeping it real. Keeping it real, don't snitch. That's how you know.
Somebody gonna be Charleston White.
Yeah.
Cause ain't nobody trying to go to Mexican prison.
Nah, I ain't
nobody trying to go to Mexican prison.
I know if it was me, I'd be like, let me tell you.
You got a pen? Show you something.
You're right. I'm about to write.
Claude was over here to the left side.
What you eating, Ernest? You know you gotta play the food. What you eating?
Oh, they gonna give me Popeyes.
Yeah,
Popeyes in Mexico is everything, boy.
Mexican Popeyes.
Let me tell y'all something. Fuck this spicy, right? So, man, fuck this shit. Because I ain't doing 5 minutes in jail for these niggas.
Nah, not in Mexican jail at all.
Nah, nigga.
So, I mean, rest in peace. Or, rest in heaven or whatever the people say.
Definitely, yeah, man.
It was fucked up, and I hope she get the justice she deserves.
Yeah.
So, man, it's time to get into my segment. You know what I'm saying? It's time for...
you want me to sing for your segment?
Lady... No, I have the music.
Oh, okay.
Lady... Lady BTV,
I
man.
want her to feel involved.
It's the bigger love of the family.
We getting into Black Panther. It's been long enough. I don't want to hear nothing about spoilers or none of that other shit. It's been like 3 weeks. I done seen that shit twice. If you ain't seen it once, shame on you. You ain't want to see it. I have. You ain't want to. Because I could.
I mean, I know you could. I know you can.
I mean, no, I got like the little AMC subscription. The A-list thing.
I can have some?
No,
Damn,
unfortunately
you take movies serious, huh?
It's nice to have. You know about it? The A-list thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the preview.
Yeah.
I got subscriptions, but not that.
It's $20 a month. You can see. You can
not that important. I'm good.
You can see up to 3 movies a week in any format.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not bad.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Put it that way. That ain't bad.
Yeah, so that's why I saw it twice.
Okay.
I got that shit.
Prefer to let me know you make some money at your job.
Oh, no, here he go. Moving on, man. Moving on. Let's get into Black Panther, man. Let me, first of all, they didn't have to do it. Okay? They didn't have to do it. They didn't have to kill the queen. That shit was unnecessary. And I was emotional about it. I did not like it.
Yeah, you don't.
I didn't feel like it was necessary. We had enough that we had to go through the Black Panther funeral in the beginning. That was enough sadness that we needed. We didn't need the extra sadness. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. I had to get that off my chest. But the villain, he was my favorite.
You like the villain?
I did.
You like him more than Killmonger?
Yeah. Cause when he got like after they came in and rescued the princess and killed the lady or whatever, and he went underwater and called everybody and he was yelling under that water like that. I was like, yeah, I was scared.
You was scared?
Oh, did you see this nigga power prior to? He went into Wakanda and fucked shit up. What? Let me tell you what
he ain't no Aquaman.
Let me tell you what he fucked up at.
Mm-hmm.
He gave them a week, cause he was like, take a week, mourn your dead.
They said, mourn your dead.
Yeah.
Take a week.
You know,
I'll be back.
That's what he fucked
with
up
everyone.
at. If he was gonna take them, he should have just went
Did it
on
right
and
there.
did it.
Yeah.
Cause when you can't give smart niggas a week.
I think he didn't expect to kill the queen. That's why he was like, yeah, go ahead and mourn this shit. I think I went too far. Go ahead and mourn this shit.
He meant to do it. He meant to do it, man.
I mean, I think he meant to show. I honestly don't think he meant to kill the queen. I honestly think he meant to show a fucking example of his power and will.
But I feel like
I
he
could
said
touch you
that
when
he
I
would.
want.
I feel like he said he would do it.
I think, you know what? He did say that. I think.
So, yeah, I wasn't feeling that shit. But him in general, you know, when M'Baku, you know, when he come, you know, the fish man, you know, he came.
Baku got his ass stoned. Stupid ass. He couldn't breathe. Stupid ass got the wind knocked out of him. That nigga was like, it wasn't no, it wasn't none of that shit, no bull.
What it is, Kirby? What the sound there?
And that nigga got his ass. I bet you he ain't fired him no more.
He ain't want nothing.
Man, that nigga say, I don't know what a Black Panther at, but that bitch need to come on.
You gotta give it to him though, man. This nigga, he head first.
He is head first.
When he saw that danger coming,
He
hold
is.
this. My boy.
He is head.
He
Yeah.
got in that fucking.
Because I can't
jump
swim
right.
like that. I'm like, y'all go get them.
That nigga head first. Soon as he saw the fish man, he wanted all of that smoke until he didn't.
Right.
Until he didn't.
I don't. What was you saying?
I was saying right.
Oh, man, that nigga look. So I swear, when that nigga got his son, I was like, why the fuck he got that on anyway? Stupid ass. That shit looked
Nigga.
plastic as fuck.
Nigga punched a hole through that nigga chest. Literally.
Stupid ass will live in the mountains without no fucking what you call that shit they got?
Fucking fur. They had like
No, not the, but what kind is good for?
vibranium.
Yeah, and he ain't had none of that shit on that motherfucker chest. Got his ass punched out. I ain't seen nothing spark. It was just plastic. That nigga too humble, man. You gotta have some of that shit protect you, dummy. You over there fighting fucking X-Men over there and shit. Stupid ass got punched on from a real nigga.
So yeah, and so we found out I'm calling him Chadwick. Who was his name in the movie?
T'Challa.
I knew that.
T'Challa.
Not the shoulder hunch, huh?
That's what they do. Did y'all see that extra dude dancing at the funeral? I swear they just got a random nigga. It was a tall dude in tennis shoes and he was getting it, but I was like, that nigga's not African.
I didn't.
And they just got the producer nephew. That was the producer nephew. That nigga needed a job, man. They just put that nigga in that shit. I'm gonna point him out to y'all.
T'Challa got a son.
Yeah, T'Challa Jr.
We found that out. So
T'Challa Jr.
that ought to be interesting going forward.
Y'all think they're gonna skip years later to see him taking that role as the Black Panther and King?
Yeah.
Maybe they might do one without him being king yet, and then
I
the
think
next
they'll probably do one for him training the struggles of becoming the king. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're gonna probably do something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Black Panther. I thought it was well written, with the exception of the killing of the queen. Fuck y'all for that. But outside of that,
I give it a 7 out of 10.
7? What you rating it to?
I give it a 7. I'm hard on movies. Like the first one's better.
You thought the first one was
Yeah,
better?
the first one definitely.
I give it a 8 out of 10.
8? Okay.
Yeah,
I'd probably give about an 8 as well.
Like the first one was better. I did like the storyline. Some of the certain things that happened, like with the queen and certain other stuff that happened, I didn't too much like. Some of the action shit I didn't like. I thought they could have did better, but I think Black Panther 1 was just better. Mm-hmm. It's like that Friday movie or Bad Boys movie. Like, it ain't gonna be better than the first. Like I think.
I really liked Bad Boys too.
I mean, Bad Boys 2 was good, but Bad Boys 1 was
it
everything.
I think it wasn't better than the first because.
You talking about Bad Boys or Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Okay.
I think it wasn't better than the first because there was no Black Panther. It was just showing
And I don't want,
but
I don't want to sound sexist.
She was the Black Panther.
But she is the Black Panther. But I'm talking about T'Challa. I think it would have been better with Chadwick in it.
Yeah, I think.
I think they should have recasted the role.
I agree.
I think so.
I think they, I mean, I get it. I love how they. All right, let's see. Because that was one of the things I was wondering. Like, we need a Black Panther. Like, Shuri is cool, but Shuri is Shuri. But we need a T'Challa.
Yeah.
And so I think that T'Challa Jr. I'll take that. I'll take T'Challa Jr. And I'll take somehow making him older, some type of time warp and shit like that. However they gonna fit it into the Marvel thing, because Marvel is more about time traveling and multiverses and shit like that. So anything's possible to get like a real. I need a male Black Panther. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the women.
I didn't want to be the one to say it first.
Yikes.
I need a male Black Panther. Shuri is cool.
Yeah, she's cool.
But she took too long to become Black Panther. Like, I need Black Panther to be in the movie.
She had to recreate the damn flower.
I know, but I need Black Panther to be in that bitch ASAP.
Hey,
because Black Panther. I'm sorry, Brittany.
Hey, look. I didn't want to be the first to say it, but I'm glad you said it. That's why I didn't like the movie.
I needed
the way y'all liked it, the movie, because I just think they could have did a better job of choosing the Black Panther.
But I'll take how they did it, and if I gotta get
that's
another
the only
story,
issue I got.
I'm
is
cool
the Black
with
Panther
that.
Part.
I'm cool with that because I really wanted Killmonger to come in and be the Black Panther.
That nigga ignorant,
I was gonna take that shit. Like
Killmonger was ignorant in heaven.
Right, I know. And in the movie, I found out he was dead.
Like how he made it.
I was like, damn. Like it really. When I seen the movie and I seen him in that realm or whatever,
you know he was dead.
That's when it really hit me. Like, damn, this nigga dead.
Yeah, he ain't making it. The speculations is over.
And I apologize to all the women out there.
Yeah, me
really
too.
How I feel.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Get that tea before you get at me.
Well, I just can't hold it in no more.
Brittany, I'm sorry, but that's.
I feel like every episode y'all saying something to disappoint me. What's going on? We on a disappointment streak going on here.
I just need a man in that thing.
I mean, let her be great.
Wait, she was great. She was great.
Cool,
I like Shuri, but I like Shuri as the smart, intelligent woman coming up with all the gadgets that a man could use to beat the other man.
He making it worse. He making it much worse. It sounds so
bad. But she still beat that nigga.
Yeah, she did her thing. I was proud of her.
But she beat that nigga because she outsmarted him.
Right.
What difference does it? Oh,
man, I want a nigga to get spanked.
Chitty bang bang.
Yeah. Boom boom. Like really.
That nigga, that's Marvel. We want somebody with.
Like when Captain America put that shield in Iron Man's chest, even though I was rooting for Iron Man's chest, that was just like
action.
One of the that's one of the most inspirational moments of my life.
Not inspirational. Iron Man almost died.
Bro, just killing that shit.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Siri
Yeah,
outsmarting him is cool.
Yeah, they jumped my.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Hulk, for instance, the Hulk. The smart Hulk, he's cool, but I like the raw Hulk that just don't got no mind. You know what I'm saying? This intelligent Hulk, I ain't really feeling him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She-Hulk, I ain't really feeling her because she not.
I didn't like She-Hulk.
Right? She's too smart. She's too smart.
I just want
solving cases and shit.
Yeah,
I want to just wreck
but
shop.
But I do want.
Yikes.
My bad.
But I do
just-
wanted a male Black Panther. My bad, y'all.
Let me finish off this segment by saying, excuse my cohorts. But I
Sorry.
mean, if that's y'all truth, then that's y'all truth. I am disappointed yet again for the second straight episode.
What was the first episode we disappointed you on?
Voting?
Oh yeah.
We gotta let go shit.
No, I ain't letting it go. Especially if y'all say some disappointing shit next episode. I'm counting at this point.
All right.
Damn.
But I thought it was
had
good.
to work.
I enjoyed it.
I should have lied to say I'm old to make you feel better.
Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth all the time.
Alright, I didn't go.
I know. Honestly, I would not have minded if T'Challa had been recasted. You know, and I was concerned about what they were gonna do, not recasting T'Challa.
I would have recast it.
I think they could have. I understood why they didn't. But
I think it would have been a better movie.
I think that they thought that it would be disrespectful to do it, but Black people were okay with it, and it's fine. But I was concerned about him not being recasted, and when I watched the movie, I was okay with what happened. I liked Shuri as the Black Panther.
Only for that movie though.
If she was to be Black Panther again, I would
Forever?
not have a problem with that. She's not gonna be Black Panther forever because T'Challa has a son.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
I hope nothing happened no more.
I didn't have a problem with her being Black Panther. I really didn't. I thought that I think they did it well. I think it was well done if you wasn't gonna recast T'Challa.
One thing I do
Right.
know,
I agree.
the United States can't fuck with Wakanda. I knew that.
No, nobody.
What y'all think gonna happen to that white dude
Nobody wants to.
Go
smoke.
white dude.
who got caught helping him out?
She went and rescued him.
I know, but what's gonna be his role now? He can't go back to the United States. He gotta stay in Wakanda.
They gonna put him in jail, probably. I think they gonna either
In
put him-
Wakanda?
No, the white dude gonna go in American jail.
He gonna
Right.
have to go live in Wakanda.
But he escaped. They helped him escape.
Oh,
The
they did
general
have
went
to-
got him.
So
Warrior!
right. Colonizer in chains. but see my thing is what's gonna be his role, and I know he's gonna play a pivotal role because homie is smart and he do have intelligence to the United States government.
Yeah, I mean.
I know they ain't just going to Wakanda gonna get him. They ain't happening.
I think the United States they going to get that shit.
They ain't happening.
So y'all remember that lady, right? His ex-wife.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she supposedly y'all seen the movie I forgot, it's a DC movie with these group of heroes and shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What's the name of it?
With Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith. He's
Yeah.
the sharpshooter with the
Yeah,
gun.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The movie with Will Smith and Harley Quinn was in it. And
Yeah, Harley Quinn. You got
Suicide
Harley
Squad.
Quinn. Suicide Squad. So the lady
You ever
that
seen Suicide Squad?
I don't know.
the black lady that played the boss of the Suicide Squad,
Brenda.
Brenda.
I don't know.
All right. Well, all right. So the lady that you seen with the purple striped hair,
That man hate that bitch though. I know that.
right? She's putting together a team of
Villains.
anti-heroes
So
called the Thunderbolts, and that's gonna be a Marvel movie. So that's what she was doing. Like she was trying to see how to get vibranium from the United States government, and she's trying to do that by the Thunderbolts. United States and France and all them shit, they going to get that Ukrainian.
but bro,
They going to get that shit.
I don't give a man, let me tell you something. It was something that T'Challa told Captain America. Basically, you know they gonna come for him, right? T'Challa like, they could try. Like basically so confident into the look. That Nemo nigga came through because he like us, you heard me? He that's what kind of underwater basically.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like us. Yeah, he could probably do that shit just like we could implement his shit because you knew T'Challa baby mama winning that bitch no problem, you heard me?
I lost respect for Namor. And his cousin lost respect for him too.
Why you lost respect for him?
You know, remember the lady?
I know who you talking about.
Huh?
Why did you
I
lose
know.
respect for him?
Because he got his ass whipped by Shuri. And he conceded. And I get why the cousin.
But
I mean,
he's better to his people alive than dead. Because if he's dead, there's no more of a protector for them. Like the Black Panther was for Wakanda, that's him. So if he's dead,
They ain't got nobody.
They don't got nobody. So there ain't no plant to swallow.
I see his cousin turning on him.
I can see that too.
Yeah,
because
that looks plausible.
yeah, because the vibe was off.
She seen the weakness in that nigga. Namor was all right. And, you know, he not my type of
He ain't Aquaman.
anti-hero villain.
Aquaman.
I feel like Aquaman
ain't
better.
Aquaman.
Namor was all right. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I said Namor was okay. You know, I take.
But United States, they ain't coming to that bitch. I'm sorry, fuck it.
But your girl, you know, she the real villain. You know, she been
Behind the scenes for
behind the scenes for. She was behind the scenes in that movie with the witch.
Scarlet.
Yeah, Red Scarlet. Mm-hmm. She was behind the scenes in that bitch, and she was behind the scenes in not Loki. I forgot the movie. But she been behind the scenes getting the Thunderbolts together and shit like that.
She can try.
Well,
Oh no! It was Captain America.
Because
She behind the
because
scenes.
Wakanda got friends too now.
yeah, man. I ain't really got nothing else on Black Panther, bro. You know, General got our ass kicked. I wanted to say that too, but redemption, and then well, that's always cool.
Always cool.
You know what I wonder? Why did they take the fight to the water?
What you mean?
Like they went to them.
They had to draw them out.
I know they had a plan, right? I
They-
get that they had a plan, but it was like, why would you fight them in the water?
They had to draw them out.
Because I think they gave them a weekend. They did it before. They wanted to.
I know
they're
they
like,
wanted
fuck
to
it.
attack them before they attacked
Right.
them. But I was just like,
So
man.
basically, they wanted to draw Nemo out, and they had a plan to get Nemo from the water to the desert.
I know they had a plan.
Yeah,
I understand
but
that. But
that's
why
why
did the plan
Had to be
center
water.
around water?
Because they live in water. They had to draw them out.
I mean,
Yeah, they draw them out, put them in the
Yeah.
ship.
I
had to draw
get
them
it. I
The
just
shit
didn't
weak
like
with
it.
them.
But they was winning for 2 minutes.
You know, shout out to Shuri, man.
Oh,
Shout
nah,
out to-
shout out to Shuri.
Coming out.
Nah, shout out
You
to
know,
the
Ironheart.
general.
Y'all remember the young engineer?
Mm-hmm.
She nice.
So did y'all know that
Got a crush on
that's the new Iron Man?
I
I
did.
Y'all noticed her uniform was more like Iron Man and
I
it had
did.
similarities to Iron Man?
So
did.
They're gonna call her Iron Heart. She's gonna have her own series.
it's on the
On
comic.
Disney?
Yeah, she's
It's
gonna
on
have
the
her own series.
yeah, it's on the comic book.
And
That's
she,
gonna be good.
I think she goes to MIT at the same time as either Peter Parker or Mary Jane.
It gotta be
so-
Peter Parker.
Yes, Peter
Mary
Parker.
Jordan didn't go to MIT.
All right, so Peter Parker went to MIT.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know which was going to happen first, but somehow they're gonna link up.
She
I'm
would be
looking forward to
she
that.
would be older than Peter Parker though.
You think so?
Like maybe about 2 years, have to be.
Okay.
Because right now Peter Parker haven't graduated at all. Matter of fact, guess the fuck he was because they was writing their accepting letters and some shit.
Yeah.
Because he lost the scholarships to MIT because of all that shit going on in the second Spider-Man. He
Oh,
lost his
yeah, he
scholarship.
did. He did.
So he definitely was going to college. So they might be ended
He
up
ended
together.
up
in
saving the lady that was on the board.
Uh-huh.
Or shit like
So
that.
definitely.
I remember that.
So he probably still go to MIT. Well, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, man. We done. We talked about Black Panther a minute.
I know. I mean, it owed that respect.
Yeah, we could give it that time.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh Lord,
Trying to get ignorant.
it's time to talk about Kanye West. Y'all know
We said we wasn't talking about Kanye anymore,
I know.
but this nigga stayed like
Relevant.
relevant as fuck. I be like, damn, every other day this nigga doing something stupid or crazy.
I came with the Kanye West, bro.
Do he still got the same supporters?
I have no idea.
I got a cousin that's really like this nigga, and with the shit with the Hitler stuff. So this is how this is how Kanye West fans contradict themselves.
So you're not a fan of Kanye West?
Of his music.
You're not a fan of Ye?
Nah, I'm not a fan of Ye.
All right, let's get it.
So-
Let's go.
Aren't you a Ye supporter?
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
A person named Hitler.
Let me get some of that Sprite.
No.
Yeah.
But
What about that pineapple?
you got something in there. But what he said about getting love for having love for Hitler, and this is what he threw me off talking about. You think I'm gonna hate a nigga that invented the microphone and the highways? Talking about Hitler now, and I'm scratching my head like I know damn well Hitler did not invent no motherfucking microphone. Like I didn't.
I think a black man did that shit.
A black man enhanced the microphone, but it was a German white man that invented the microphone. The black man enhanced that shit, basically. Because I did reported that shit. Because I scratched my head and I said, I knew I got an E on that bitch. So ain't no fucking way Hitler was involved with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Highways, nah, that was about a Swedish man. You feel what I'm saying? Who was yeah, I had to go do research when this nigga said some dumb shit like that because I know damn well fucking Hitler wasn't on that shit. So right now slavery is a choice. I love Hitler.
Let's go through the list. White Lives Matter.
White Lives Matter. Wait. Your boy, that was his fault.
George Floyd,
that was his fault. Nigga said he was on no drugs. That's what he said.
That is.
So it wasn't the police fault. It was George Floyd's fault. He died because he did drugs. Okay. What else dumb shit this motherfucker saying?
I can't think of nothing else.
It's so mind blowing on how the fuck people still support this nigga.
But why you keeping score?
Score?
Yeah. Like,
because of his fans need to know the score. His fans need to know when they losing.
You don't keep score against anybody else?
Yes, I do.
Who?
LeBron.
What LeBron said? What's the score? What's the score on LeBron? See, you don't know.
That nigga 0-40.
Exactly.
That nigga 0-40.
But anyway, you keeping score.
Yay or ye. Let me tell you something. And I say this with all respect to the Yay fans. Wake up. Wake the fuck up.
Because he
look,
was wrong
Kanye,
about a fact.
Look, okay, Kanye may say something brilliant, and then the next second he saying something off the wall.
But
why
not run with the brilliance?
Like
why not run with the brilliance?
So you telling me to accept the good over the 90% of the ignorant shit?
I'm telling you to eat the fish and spit out the bones.
Eat the fish, and that's a nice saying. I like that.
I'm telling you to eat the fish and spit out the bones.
All right, I get eat the fish and spit out the bones, but I don't want fish from him. I rather not eat fish from him.
But you just said that man be spitting brilliance.
And
you
Hitler,
mean you can't?
Hitler probably was a smart nigga too. I heard Hitler was an intelligent motherfucker, but I ain't following that nigga.
Hitler had a talent.
Huh?
Hitler had a talent.
A talent of killing.
You feel like that about everybody? Eat the fish, spit out the bone? Everybody?
That's hard to say.
So why Ye?
But that's why people contradict themselves.
Why Ye?
Cause this fight that he's going through. This fight that he's going through requires that.
He was a billionaire.
I know he didn't say some crazy off the wall type shit. But like people like him and Antonio Brown and shit like that, I know. Like people be like, man, that nigga crazy, and they like to write crazy people off, but I don't
crazy.
I don't like to write crazy people off. I like to
see why they crazy.
You ever been outside at the corner store and the fucking junkie come up to you and he like, he's saying all type of crazy shit and everything like that. I be listening to them niggas, and sometimes them boys will drop a gem on you, draw like all the madness, all that. What the fuck this nigga saying? You'll hear some shit that be like, yeah. You make it sound like, all right.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though that man broke, he dirty, he musty, he stink, he crazy. He said some shit that that resonated. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am as a person. So that's what I mean by spit out. I mean, eat the fish and spit out the bones.
I could ride with.
I could take something from you and be like, I'll take that. All the other shit you could just have, and I'll be on my way.
I could ride with a person like Kyrie Irving. I could have Kyrie back because Kyrie.
Wasn't you hating on Kyrie?
I never hate on Kyrie.
Okay,
wrong person.
All right,
but I could definitely respect a Kyrie and be on his team. But Kanye, nah.
So white lives don't matter. Let's go over the shit. White lives don't matter.
White lives don't matter. Wait, no.
So that's what you're saying.
White lives matter.
But what do you think?
What you mean? I think Black Lives Matter is what I think.
Okay, so what about white lives matter?
Bro, white lives been mattering.
So
when white lives hasn't been mattered.
So is he lying?
About white lives matter?
Yeah.
Nah, the shirt did be changed to white lives have always matter.
That's cool. All right, I give you that.
I mean, it's like a saying what somebody said.
But his shirt
you got 10 houses, but one on fire. You putting that fire out with water, but all the other houses saying, "What about us? We want water too." Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Y'all straight. It's the black lives they need to be focused on right now. It's the black lives that get killed from violence from policemen and shit like that. I mean, yeah, you got your black on black crime, of course. But still through it, yeah, Black Lives Matter right now because we have to focus on Black lives. We got to focus on more of a minority lives. But to come out there and say white lives matter, nigga, please. White lives been mattering ever since they stole this country from Native Americans. Always mattered. Every day.
So the shirt is pretty much telling the truth.
The shirt was a slap in the face to Black Lives Matter.
So because Black Lives Matter, you can't say white lives. You can't wear a shirt that says white lives.
Why would you want to?
The problem is that Kanye West knows that white people used white lives matter to what's the word I'm looking for?
Cancel out? Not
cancel out, but degrade. That's the word I'm looking for. Black Lives Matter.
Drown it out.
Yeah, they used it. They weaponized Black Lives Matter into White Lives Matter. And he knows that they did that. So,
but I think you talking about like all lives matter. Right.
All lives matter. Same difference to me as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely the same difference.
Same difference to me. So he know that that's how that was used to degrade Black Lives Matter and to put some kind of blanket over what black people was doing. So for him to do that, it just feel like, he was participating in that propaganda. And I can't appreciate that. Not necessarily that it ain't a fact. It's definitely a fact. We know it's a fact. It's accurate AF. But for how and what it was used for him with the platform that he has to put it on that type of pedestal. I don't want to call it a pedestal, but to put it on a shirt, that shit was very disrespectful. As far as I was concerned, as a black man, it was disrespectful.
And why would he say what he said about George Floyd? Like, what's his excuse for that?
I don't know. He apologized for it though.
Oh, yeah, after his ass getting sued.
You don't You the only one that can't forget him. You
not when it keep happening.
Would he say something against about George Floyd?
Week after week.
You said something else about George Floyd?
No, not about George Floyd, but in general of what he does. I mean,
what does Kanye do? That's so
talk
bad.
Shit.
I know you watch him.
Talk shit.
Man, he talk about you know who. He talk about you know who, and
so
it's like everybody cool with you know who.
So wait,
where it's like everybody got their beef against you know who. You got Vladimir Putin in Russia. You know what I'm saying? He used that to invade Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? And I seen an article of the contrast of Ukraine media before and after the invasion, and it was talking about like Nazis and things like that. So, I mean, you know who?
No, I don't.
So what's the point of Kanye West coming out talking about how much he loved Hitler and this type of thing? You think he was
a
just
person
talking
that
shit?
hated
like
blacks?
He literally said, "I love Hitler."
Yes.
I feel like he just wanted attention, honestly. I feel like he wanted
Right.
somebody to call him an Semite, whatever
Right.
it is. I think he
So
wanted to be accused of anti-Semitism.
Right, and he likes to rile people up and gain attention and
And
stuff
I think
like
that's
that.
what
Sound
that was
like
about.
Donald Trump
And
to
he's
me.
a man that doesn't like being hated. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't mind being hated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
okay.
man that doesn't mind being hated, and he kind of see hate as love.
Do you think he do too much?
No,
So him just walking in what shoot he walked in?
I don't think he
Adidas or
does them.
Reebok headquarters. He walked in
Skechers.
Skechers headquarters. Unannounced and acting like he's supposed to just have a sit down with people.
Yeah, he feel like he Kanye West. That's what that is. But I understand the fight that he fighting. But like, why you gotta do all this other shit in the midst of that fight? Like, why do you want somebody to accuse you of anti-Semitism? Why? Because that's what you wanted when you got on that platform and said what you said about Hitler.
because he wants people to talk about this. He wants people to
To talk
figure it
about
out.
what?
Whatever comes out of his mouth, like when he like if you want to say he's anti-Semitic, then you need to go figure out
But
what is being anti-Semitic is.
he's gonna be more and more
And
of,
then
of a clown.
then you want to know who are the Semites and stuff like that. Then you may find out who are the Semites and
So you think by him saying
and
that?
who are the true Hebrews and shit like that. When he say shit like that and he say, yeah, my mother was sacrificed and Jay-Z and Beyonce, they want me dead and things like that. We just can't write that shit off. You know what I'm saying? We just can't write that shit off. We gotta, figure out who's really pulling these strings around this motherfucker for our everyday life to be how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to pull the wool over the table, or pull it off and expose the truth. You know what I'm saying?
And you think Kanye doing that?
It got to be Ye. Ye is the man that's taking on that responsibility, and responsibility like that,
But why he can't be normal doing it?
huh?
Why he just can't be normal doing it?
I don't care about
Because
all
the normal nigga ain't step up and do it.
I don't care about all the other shit.
Normal niggas are scared. Normal niggas are pussy. You
Only-
know what I'm saying?
only thing I
it take
care
a wild nigga to do the shit he doing and fight the monsters he
but
fighting.
why he gotta be fucking with black people? That's the only problem I have with Ye. If you gonna say what you gonna say about them or whoever you talking about, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Why, as a black man, do you have to do the shit you do to black people?
Black people need their ass kicked too. You know what I'm saying? And he's equal opportunist. Everybody getting it. You know what I'm saying? You know who getting it.
By saying George Floyd died because he was on drugs.
The dude was wrong for that. He
That-
apologized for that. He was wrong for
That's
that.
the shit I'm talking about towards black people. Shit that's
Yeah.
just hurtful. It's not helpful. He not doing it to expose something or whatever. He just being hurtful, like saying
Just on
slavery was a
purpose,
choice.
man. Yeah.
Why would you be hurtful like that to your own people?
Like if we was talking.
Was he talking about modern day slavery or?
Nah,
No, he
talking
was talking about
regular
slavery.
1640.
Because at a point in time, it was a choice when every slave didn't leave the plantation, and sometimes the plantation changes, and we still on that bitch, and it may.
That's not what he was talking about, though. That
So
ain't-
when I'm saying when the slaves was freed,
we get that, but that's what he
That's
wasn't
not what he
saying.
was
that.
saying.
no, he literally said slavery was a choice.
Yeah, but he wasn't talking about what you talking about,
So how you know that?
nigga. We all know
they had
what
a
he
whole
was talking
discussion.
about. It
They
was
had a whole discussion about it.
From Africa
TMZ.
to here was a choice, is what they saying.
So
Some slaves jumped off the slave ship.
Yeah, but none
They
jump
didn't-
on that
was
motherfucker.
that was their option.
Ain't nobody jump on it.
But he was saying that was their option.
Right,
And they
but
chose to
that
be-
old bro. So
And he
so he said it was a choice for the slaves to just don't be in chain. We just go come in this boat.
Some slaves tried to
freely.
run. Some slaves tried to run. Some slaves told on those slaves that tried to run.
We ain't
You know what
talking
I'm saying?
about that dude. We talking
I'm just
about
saying.
from
I'm
Africa.
I'm just pointing out many ways that slavery can actually be a choice.
No, because
the bottom line is
their
the shit was
mindset
hurtful.
was already broken down. So people was lost mentally.
But that's all
already.
you got to do. But that don't matter.
But
when
that's
you
what
lost
not
or not.
Kanye talking
That's what
about.
you have to deal with.
But
At each point in slavery,
you ain't about to do this.
you had choices, huh?
He ain't talking about that, dude. He was all about from Africa to here. He wasn't talking about when he got
and
here.
what's in the middle of Africa?
The
The
ocean.
Atlantic Ocean. Some jumped off
Yeah,
and drowned.
right. But that was the choice.
That was their choice that they made.
But none chose
The
to
others
jump
made-
on.
The others, what are you talking? The others, because I actually envisioned that shit like,
Yeah, ain't
somebody
nobody
come out the
willingly
water
like, man, let's
like
get
a
on this
dolphin
bitch.
jumping on that
Let's
bitch.
get on this bitch
But-
right here.
Some stayed, I'm not mad at either party. The ones who stayed, the ones who jumped
But
off.
that's not what he was
I'm
talking
not mad
about,
at
though.
you.
But the shit was.
That's in the middle of Africa.
But
in
wasn't
the United States,
but wasn't
it's
a
the
choice,
Atlantic Ocean.
But wasn't a choice for them? Was it their choice for them to get on the boat initially?
We don't really know
Oh,
that,
nigga, we know.
Stop it, Tig.
huh?
Laurent Tickler.
We don't.
Laurent Tickler.
Nigga, what's your middle name?
We don't. We don't.
What is your
really,
middle name so I can say your whole name, nigga?
We don't really know that because because colonization
'Cause
that
what?
happened. And
Bro,
what?
Let's
No.
move. Can we move on?
let's move on.
Why y'all want to move on?
'Cause that's
if I
wild.
can't explain my point.
All right, go ahead. Explain
Huh?
your point.
Go ahead, Tig.
I mean, we don't really know why. So tell me, how did they end up on the ship? Y'all tell me how.
People sold
They
them.
got caught.
Who was people?
Other Africans. Some was other.
So the other Africans had a choice to put themselves
What?
on the boat.
So
That's not the same.
So this village captured people in this village
but we
and
don't
sold
even.
them.
We don't really know if that happened. How they ended up.
Definitely.
We don't. We
What
don't
you mean
really.
we don't know if that happened?
Where did you get your knowledge from?
These
Please
are
don't tell me you talk about something you learned in school.
these are historical facts, Tig. This ain't got
A
nothing.
lot of stuff
This
that we
facts
used to
from
think.
other black people.
Yeah, we used to think Christopher Columbus
So-
discovered America
Right.
was a historical fact
So wait,
too.
we can't believe in nothing no more in history. Everything's
I'm
out
not
the window.
saying you can't believe in nothing no more in history, but y'all keep moving the goalposts.
No,
y'all
we
keep
not.
saying that.
That-
Oh, this not what he mean. That's not what he mean.
No.
this not what he mean.
No.
Basically, I just gave y'all different
But that's
different
not
ways
what he
slavery
was-
could be a choice.
but that's
you could
not
have jumped
what-
off the boat. They had people on the plantation they used to tell on other people because that was
But
the status quo they was
Kanye-
comfortable with,
but-
and they was cool with
but
that.
that's-
You could have ran with the other slaves, but no, you decided to stay and tell on the people who decided to run.
But that's what
that was your
Kanye was
choice. You
talking
had two
about.
options.
Kanye
How do you
wasn't-
know what Kanye was talking about? That's what
Because
I'm
during
trying
the
to say.
interview, that's what he was saying. What happened in Africa? He literally said
No, he
Africa. He didn't.
No,
Oh, all right.
no,
right.
no. He said slavery was a choice.
Okay.
In
And that's
general.
all- in general.
And y'all keep moving the goalposts. No, like
Now don't
it's like,
say y'all.
It's in the middle of America
say
and
y'all.
Africa. So I'm like, yeah, they had a decision at
Don't-
that point too.
Don't say y'all
Okay.
because my whole point
So
is.
your mindset
Wait,
is
no.
slavery was a choice.
Huh?
That's what you say too?
Yeah, a lot of people had a choice. Some people actually made a choice and became free. You had free slaves. You had people that bought themselves out of slavery. You had people that, when the
that's what
Emancipation
you
Proclamation came and it was signed, and it was like, all right, y'all can leave. A lot of them stayed.
And that's what Kanye was talking about, all that. Like he wasn't talking about.
Yeah, he was like pretty much talking about in general, slavery was a choice. Like at different points in time, you had a choice. You like literally had a choice.
Unfortunately,
Like,
the
yeah,
choice
all right.
was death.
Let's say like, oh yeah, all right, cool. They
The-
got you on the boat by war or anything like that. But there was a point where you had a choice. You had a choice. And,
To die.
And some
To die instead.
And some stayed, I'm gonna stay on this plantation. And the plantation changed over time.
The choice
The
was
plantation is changed.
Tig. The choice was death.
Huh?
The choice was death.
You mad at him for dying?
I ain't mad at nobody. if
That's
they
what I'm
chose-
saying. You
but
ain't mad at it. Like that's what your choice. That's your choice. I mean, it is what it is. You could
I'm
only
taking
deal
it
with
back.
what you could
The-
deal with
I'm
in
taking-
life. Like
Only thing, my problem with the situation is that the shit was hurtful to say and disrespectful to say. Period. Like, regardless of if he really felt like there was an actual
shit
choice.
that he didn't even go through.
Like,
Like fucking remotely went through
that shit was
anything like that.
disrespectful as fuck
Yeah,
to
it was-
say. So I can't get with that.
Yeah, it was disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful. So regardless of if you could find a loophole in the fact that there was a choice. They could have died instead. Like,
That's it.
that baffles me.
But death, but the way a lot of people don't think about death the way we think about death. Some people think
That
death
ain't
is the
the
start
end.
of a new life. So dying ain't really like
That's that Black
it
Panther
ain't a
shit.
it ain't a bad thing in some cultures. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
not.
Some things you gonna have to die for.
Maybe.
It's gonna be a time where you may have to put it on the line.
Maybe so, but don't make it seem like
and I ain't mad at you for
there
whatever
was
you choose.
a choice outside of death. I understand that some people.
But he never said there was a choice outside of death. Then he just said
I
you
said
had a
don't make
choice.
it seem like.
I just think y'all putting that on that conversation.
I just think
it
he-
is
I
what
just-
it-
I just
it-
think he
it
ain't
is
that-
what it is.
To say out loud that slavery was a choice to me would imply that they actually had a choice, not that the choice was death. You know what I mean? Like, why would you say that?
But if you think death a bad thing, then yeah, I can see your point. But
well, it ain't many people
lot of
that
African-
want to die.
a lot of African cultures and sub
That don't mean they want to
African
die.
cultures feel like death is a good thing and death is the beginning of new life.
Some
and
people do feel
a lot
like
of people
that.
pray to their ancestors.
They do.
And the more dead people you have in your family that become ancestors, the more people you pray for. They look over
Well,
you.
I ain't in
And
no
it,
Mulan
you know,
shit,
it just
but
it is what it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
all I'm gonna say
We just-
on the note is Kanye is a very ignorant person.
Right, I give you that.
And for
But he
him
means well.
to give credit, but for him to give credit to Hitler for inventing microphones and highways, that shows me more and more of how ignorant he is. And
All leaders,
really baffling to
all
me.
leaders or people who try to be leaders are pretty much ignorant in some, in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Not like that.
Huh? What you mean?
Martin Luther King was considered a leader.
Donald Trump used to say the craziest shit.
Donald Trump ain't no leader. Let's
used to
get
be
that
all-
out the way. Donald Trump is
But we-
not a leader.
And he won an American election.
He wasn't my
election.
leader.
George Bush was a C fucking student.
Yeah, but
And he won the presidential election.
All
A lot
right,
of shit
so
he
let's
said
talk
was
about-
wrong.
so let's talk
a
about
lot
black
of lies
leaders.
they told. We followed.
Okay, so let's talk
Who
about
the real stupid
so-
one?
so-
is it the sheep?
So let's talk about the black leaders.
Are the
So-
sheep? Are the sheep's the real stupid one?
Hold on, wait.
That's what Kanye trying to tell you. It's the sheep.
All right,
that
but
are
wait.
the real stupid
So how you
ones.
feel about Martin Luther King's leadership?
He admitted he was wrong. Martin Luther King admitted he was wrong.
In what way?
He was like, man, I may have gotten us. I may have fought for us to be in a house that's burning down. Cause when we got a chance to vote, and we had to be when we got that choice to vote, and the civil rights movement was going on, and start to move into black people's favor. I mean, we lost a lot in return when we got implemented into white society. When we were separate,
I'm talking about desegregation.
right. When we were separate, we was thriving. We had Black Wall Streets
I
all
agree with-
over the South.
That's not what I'm saying.
Huh?
I'm not saying.
And
nothing.
once Martin Luther King did, he said, like a couple of weeks before his death, I think I may have integrated us into like a house that's burning down.
But-
so he was ignorant at some point in time to
that's not
what he was fighting for, how it would harm us and how it would.
That's right, but that's not what I was getting at. I mean, I always
He
say
about to move the goalposts.
I'm not. I always say desegregation. I never did like that.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
So, but that's not what I was getting at. I was getting at the how of Kanye is doing things towards of how of Malcolm X or Martin
Man,
Luther
I don't want to
King.
compare them two.
You have to because
No,
that's
no,
your
I
leader.
don't. No, I don't.
Is-
Look, bro, I
wait,
like Kanye, but
is
even
Kanye
I
your
know where to
leader?
draw the line at.
But is he your leader? Do you
Huh?
follow him? Will you follow Kanye?
I don't think Kanye is
A leader type.
the
huh?
best leader that we have,
And-
but he's like y'all said, Kanye, like our leader needs to be normal or whatever. Where's this normal nigga at?
Well,
Where is he?
We know he ain't that nigga.
But where's the nigga at then?
I like Louis Farrakhan.
I do like Mr. Louis Farrakhan. Minister Louis. I do like Minister.
Yeah.
I do like him.
See, but he
And I give him respect.
I respect.
But he's religious based.
I mean, still a leader.
And
Martin Luther
then-
King was religious
huh?
based. Martin Luther King
Yeah,
was
that's where they
same
went
thing with
wrong.
Malcolm X.
That's where they went-
everybody was religious based.
And that's where they went wrong at. They should have just been.
I think
black
Kanye.
based like
I think
Marcus
Kanye.
Garvey.
Need, I think Kanye need a little bit of the law
Marcus
in him.
Garvey was the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, no, I follow
Y'all, they don't
Garvey.
even talk about Marcus Garvey because Marcus Garvey movement.
No,
You know Marcus.
a lot of people ain't ready for him.
You know Marcus Garvey packed out the Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he packed that bitch out. Like Jay used to rap about that shit, but Marcus Garvey was doing that shit back in the day because his shit wasn't religious based. Like everybody was included.
You know, Madison Square Garden wasn't the same size as it is now either.
It don't matter. that shit do not matter. It's a black man in the 1940s, 50s.
They got ran out the
that
country. He had to move to Africa.
Man, yeah, bro.
Yeah, the government ran him out. I know about him. I know about him.
But I'm not saying that Kanye's the perfect guy to lead us.
No.
But where's this nigga at? Where's this perfect guy at?
Get leader out of.
Because y'all don't fuck with Dr. Umar. Y'all don't fuck with him. You got a problem with him.
I like
you got
Dave,
a problem
I like
with this
Dave
dude,
Chappelle.
and you got a problem with that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Dave
You gotta
Chappelle can be our guy.
Then Dr.
All I'm
Umar-
saying is Black America. You got to pick somebody. Or blacks all
ain't
over.
gonna be-
You got to
it
pick
It just
somebody.
ain't nobody yet. It's just like Brittany said. Minister Farrakhan can
Man,
be
that
one,
nigga-
but as of right now, besides him, ain't nobody out here.
Y'all don't like Dave Chappelle as a leader?
I don't see him as a leader. I
don't
really. I just see him as a guy that kind of just draws inspiration.
I mean,
from.
he speak that real, and I
think he could be if he wanted. If he took on that role,
he got a
could
platform to do it.
I can't fuck with Farrakhan because
That's what your boy did.
I believe he had something to do with the murder of Malcolm X. So I can't really fuck with Minister Farrakhan. I just think he's just too religious based. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Christian, so I don't want that. I don't want my
Farrakhan didn't have anything to do with the murder, but he was blind to it. He didn't want to believe it. Like he seen that they couldn't do no wrong, so how can we kill Brother
right? That's
Malcolm?
why I don't want a nigga like
But
that.
he wasn't. But you gotta be careful when you say he wasn't involved in it or killing him. He just was blind to the part. Like he took a blind eye to it, basically. Like ain't no way we could do that shit. That he was young as a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? He looked up to Malcolm.
Right. So and you still fucking with the same people?
Of course, because he still
So what
believe in the
fuck?
same thing.
So what the fuck?
Because
You
nobody
still down. You still
because-
down. Now you does he believe now? Or is he still in denial? Because I don't want you if you still in I don't want you if you still in denial. And I don't want you if you still down.
After that interview with him with his daughter, with Malcolm's daughter, the one that got killed.
Mm-hmm.
After that interview, I kind of think he's seen her side of the story and how it could be. But as of, I don't think he's still gonna give.
He ain't gonna outright and
He
say
ain't
it.
gonna do
Even
it.
if he do
Yeah.
things.
He ain't
I don't like-
because he's
and
the
that-
he's the head nigga, so he ain't gonna do
Right,
it.
and that right now that you are more loyal to the Nation of Islam.
Of course he is.
Than you are everybody as entirety.
He's supposed to be.
Because you're religious based.
Right,
and I can't fuck with you.
but don't get him
I mean,
Mr.
he can't bring him back.
He's
I can't fuck with
wait.
you
Don't
like
don't
that.
get him Mr. Screw. He's supposed to be all about that first. He's for his people first.
Now, I need to know that. I like you. I mean, if
But
you
who's
know,
Kanye people? Because he hate black people.
But Kanye not religious based.
But he hate black people.
He just fighting the war. And it may be something personal he may got against these people.
Black
I don't
people?
really know. But I know that he's been trying to do something for a long time, and a lot of obstacles has been in his way or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's that fight. I know he's fighting that fight. You know. Now whether he said some fucked up shit, yeah, but I'm willing to just be like, all right, well, whatever, you know, just do your thing, homie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm paying him. I ain't paying him. Fuck. I just sit home and watch the next thing he say.
That's fine.
And just back him.
Yeah.
But fuck Farrakhan.
Damn.
He cool. He say some shit.
I was
he
like
good
that
for
too.
like little snippets and shit like that.
Just
little
like Kanye.
social media snippets.
Same thing with like Kanye, right? saying they like
But Kanye not religious based.
That's your problem.
That's my problem. That's my problem with Martin Luther King, which I fucks with. I fucks with Malcolm X, but they was religious based.
But it was still of the people. Like the like the NAACP wasn't a religious organization that.
But they were probably full of Christians and white people.
Of course, they're full of Christians
and white people.
But what I'm saying is the NAACP wasn't religious based. There was like Black Panthers. They wasn't religious based.
What'd you say?
I just can't fuck with you.
Kanye is religious.
Yeah, Kanye religious. But he not like his movement not like religious based or anything like that.
But Martin Luther King,
He be saying a lot of religious stuff though.
But Martin Luther King movement wasn't a religious movement. It was for black people.
He say like a lot of religious stuff because he's religious, but it's not based in religion.
But Martin Luther King,
Malcolm X is based in religion.
You mean his movement is not because of religion?
Based, right.
But the boycott movement wasn't religious based. It was.
Fucking right.
You could hate the Lord, but this is still for you. I'm still fighting for you.
Yeah, because you probably boycotted, but
it's still not religious.
The people who controlled it was religious.
And I mean, he was a Baptist preacher, but you got to understand.
You cannot lead me and you pray to the God of the same people who's putting you through the shit that you're trying to lead me from. You cannot lead me.
Wait, so time out. So my thing is. Of course, he's a preacher, and they
Martin Luther King?
Yeah, and they believe in God, but yeah, and the white people believe in the same God, right?
But they believe in our God, not the other way around.
Right,
We are the Hebrews.
But my thing is,
who is the?
Huh?
Who is
Black people are the Hebrews.
But that's being hidden. Why they hiding that?
Well, you said pray to the same God that they praying to our God.
No,
not the other way around.
White people just taking what they want from things to make their shit look good. So it's a very thin line between how we pray to the same God and this and that.
See,
it's just like Muslims who are bad Muslims and you have good Muslims. But one dude say, how can you call yourself a Muslim and you going out buying shit this and like that?
You don't really have extreme Muslims and you have Muslims
real Muslims will teach you that Muslims is not about hate. So you going against the whole religion of doing these things, like bombing and all that stuff. That's not with their religion. They doing their shit free will.
I bet you there's a scripture in the Quran that they read. They be like,
they bomb this shit.
This is it's saying like protect your shit. Protect your life. Protect your children.
But
in a way, protecting the children is, we want virgins. We don't want boss bitches.
Well, that's a different story for
you know
another
what I'm saying?
We
want our women to be virgins.
That's a different story.
And the West is like, we want your women to be boss bitches and hot girls and shit like that. They see how we rock over here, and they don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that shit.
That's a bigger story. I'm up on that too. Like,
right, they don't really want that.
That's a big story.
I'm just saying, like with Kanye, man, just eat the fish and spit out the bones.
I'd rather chicken.
You still got bones and chickens you gotta eat out.
As long as I know he ain't cooking it. Nah. As long as I know he ain't cooking it.
All right, let's move on. We've been talking about Kanye West longer damn enough. Hopefully, we ain't gotta talk about him on the next episode. I'm sick of this shit.
I'm pretty sure he'll come up and I'll be right here defending him. Whatever he says, fuck it. I hate Laurent Tigler. I'm gonna come back to
what you gonna say?
We'll see. He ain't really mean it in that way. I'm gonna take that challenge. Whatever he say, come on.
That shit funny as hell. I cannot wait. All right, man. Let's get into the last word with Uncle E, man.
I forgot about that shit. I feel like I gotta spit something when that shit come on. but I'm gonna hold my ground.
Do that, man. Go ahead.
Basically, it's gonna be quick. It's a question I ask myself. So So, I put a post about Kanye around the week on Facebook.
That ain't advanced, motherfucker.
So, all right, but it was a point of him where he's saying that how he felt about Hitler, and one of my Facebook friends put on there that basically I don't give a fuck. It wasn't the black people that he was killing. You feel like that, and I'm like, I said, wait, bro, I'm confused. Like what you want, basically? Like, you just because it's not black people, it don't matter, or like that's
it was white people, Jewish people,
right? But that's like saying
their lives matter.
Nah, but that's like saying that when the white people came to this country and killed Native Americans, do you care about that?
Yeah.
All right then. So not
but
only
it's a possibility I may be Native Americans. It's a possibility that the Native Americans may be black, but that's a different story.
And that is a different story. But still, through it all, anybody that get killed in a genocide way, just because they not black, do we care? And my thing is, it's a question that I ask myself: can black people be racist? Now, I always been a person that said black people cannot be racist because we are not the inferior, we're not the majority, and that's the definition basically on being racist. Basically, power.
We're an oppressed people.
Right. So my thing is, at some point, can black people be racist? And I ask myself, still, nah. I think we just been through so much shit, but I just didn't like the way he.
I don't know if that's racist though. I'm not calling that racist.
It's borderline though. You feel what I'm saying? It's like I don't give a fuck. What happened to you as long as it what happened to us.
Because they don't give a fuck what happens to you.
But
that I don't know if that's
now, why
racist
do black
though.
people always have to be the
lovers of all?
Yeah,
the lovers of all. Why do we have to care about other motherfuckers?
I'm happy that you asked that. Black people always from Africa. This is how we got to trust white people because we too fucking friendly about it. We always was givers. Like Moosin, the richest person. That's his name. Master Moose or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was the richest person ever in the world, and it was said that everywhere he went, he gave away money. Gave it away. He gave people wealth everywhere he went because he had that much money. I just believe people in Africa, like for years and years, just had a wonderful life of riches and gold and milk and honey and shit. You feel what I'm saying? That they had so much, like they was willing to share to people. We ain't never seen white people before. Come sit, eat with us, shit like that. So to answer your questions, I just think black people still to this day is willing to forgive way more than other people. You feel what I'm saying? And I hate that we program that way, but it is what it. Just to answer your question, I think a lot of us program that way to forgive easily. It's just like when black people say, we're going to protest Prada, we're going to protest Tommy Hilfiger, Polo, or Coach. And it lasts for 1 week. And we back at it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't stick with shit. Ever. Ever stick with shit. But that's my last word.
Okay.
What would you say?
I don't know if that's racist. I'm going to have to think about it.
I had to think about it. But when he said it on Facebook, it was like, ooh. Like, don't say that.
I'm going to have to think about
Like
it.
He said it. They got white people that do it. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
we are them.
in Ukraine, bro, they didn't let them black people, them African people get on that train with them and get safety.
But
they had to wait. They didn't give a fuck.
Are you a Christian?
No.
Okay, so you don't feel this way. You're a Christian. Teach you to forgive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I mean, do you follow the Bible?
Me and the Bible a little.
Twitchy? Man written?
Yeah.
So really don't know what's really in it.
And rewritten.
And multiple times.
Right.
King James Version, New International, all
Right.
type
I
of
know
versions.
I know the King James version is
King James Version
it's
was
copyrighted
really
by the
black
Crown.
people. Right. It's not. It's just rewritten. The whole Bible.
No. Like the copyright on the King James version is is a company called The Crown. And that's,
you say another company rewritten what they rewrote.
Right, The Crown, and what they mean by the Crown is the monarch of the United Kingdom. So every Bible that's sold, every relic, every Christian relic that we buy,
it's what they want you to read them. And
every Mary statue or whatever, it goes to the Crown. There's a percentage that goes to the monarchs in the United Kingdom.
Well, they don't get no money from me because I ain't be buying the Bible.
No.
That's why I can't fuck with the Bible. And you can't leave me if you fuck with the Bible.
I think everybody have their issues with the Bible, one way or another. I think it's an issue with the Bible for sure. But like I said, my last word is I just think black people cannot be racist. Sometimes it'll be borderline or some shit. Cause a lot of times, you have more black people just not as unapologetic, and that's fine. Cause I'm one of those niggas that might be racist sometimes or some shit if it was a thing.
You colorist, you're not racist.
I
You will definitely give it to the light skin community.
Given.
You're more like prejudice, but like a colorist. You know.
I do like light skin. I like Kirby.
You still a colorist.
But you probably count on the hand of many light skinned friends you got.
Nah, he ain't like
You
that,
got
bro.
over 6.
I think you got me
slow
wrong.
down. I
He,
got too many light
he
skins,
definitely
bro.
be spitting some colorism shit on.
I think you got me all wrong. I think y'all got me wrong. I love everybody. And
I believe that too.
yeah.
You also a colorist.
So your last word is black people can't be racist?
Can't.
Cannot.
I agree. And I agree with whoever made you think about that dude that posted that shit. That he was absolutely 100% right. Fuck them people. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Fuck them people.
Yikes.
And that's just me saying that. I don't really have no power. Like I can, if they need to get to safety,
No more hints.
they gonna let
This.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't have no power over their everyday life. They going through their struggle and shit like that. But I know they stopped them black people, them black African students from getting on that
But
train.
he was talking about the people who suffered through the Holocaust.
I don't even want to talk about them. I don't even want to talk about them.
Let's not.
I
Let's
got a whole nother story. I got a whole.
What you thought I was
I can
talking
talk about
about?
them for an hour.
Let's not
What you
talk
thought I was
about
talking
them.
about?
You talking about the Holocaust victims?
Yeah. I said Hitler. What you thought I was talking about?
Hitler is the person that caused the Holocaust.
Right.
That's the Nazis.
Right.
The victims are the Jews.
Right.
Jewish.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
So you still feel the same energy? Fuck them niggas.
what about the
Jewish people
The
that got
victims of
slaughtered?
I don't want him to answer. I'm scared.
No.
I am afraid. Okay.
No.
EBL ain't no.
I'm just not about to put their struggle over my people's struggle.
I agree with
I'm
that.
not about to
I
do
agree
that.
with that. I agree with that.
I ain't say do that. I didn't say do that.
And I'm not about to ignore the major part of my struggle that they have. They have something to do with that, and I'm not gonna ignore that. Like I know, every Jewish person is not cool. You know what I'm saying? They got some cool ones, but they've done some crazy shit too. You know what I'm saying? I.e. the Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those dudes that are part of that are guys from Hollywood and that are of that religion, the Jewish religion.
Wait,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
know that, but we ain't talking about what they became. We just talking about in 1944 or 45 or whatever when it happened. Like, this is what happened to these people. Straight genocide, basically, almost.
And he said he don't
That's-
care because they wasn't black.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't
Because
talking
when
about...
they had it, when they had their chance to do right and they came up out of that and they came up out of that stronger than ever, they decided to use us as their crutch. They had a lot to do with the slave the Atlantic slave trade. They had a lot to do with that, and they had a lot to do with like just modern day entertainment business and shit like that, and just business moves and shit like this. A lot of crooked shit. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like
music industry itself is crooked.
Right. Like how do you feel about like our common day music and how it controls? Like, do you believe like the music that we listen to ultimately controls us?
Not me.
You don't believe that?
Not me, for sure. Now, music can control your emotions if you emotional at that point. Yes.
You don't think it's programming? You don't think television programming is programming?
It don't make me doing it like to children or weak-minded people, baby, like Disney.
It don't matter if you're weak-minded, you're not. You just.
So you think a TV show could make you or convince you to do something?
Television programming?
Yeah.
Programming people?
I don't know if
so television. So you don't
to-
believe that television programming is called television programming to program people?
I believe it may be toward kids to be programmed more than people with like adults.
So you was a kid at once, right?
I was.
Right. Everybody was a kid.
So
Everybody
you
got
saying I got reprogrammed as a kid?
Programmed when you were a child.
So everybody programmed right now?
Yeah, everybody got pretty much everybody got something to do with Ernest is today. Everybody.
Okay.
It ain't just you coming like you raising you is what you is because they want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We are who we are.
So my personality is based on somebody that I enjoy.
The African American is what it is because they programmed us to be like that. You know?
Okay.
And they show us to the world how they want to show us to the world.
Okay. That's cool.
So what we was talking about? No, I'm talking about oh yeah, cause they own television programming.
All right.
That's why I wanted to tie that in.
Right. All right, man. All right. We at the end of the show, bro. Let's wrap this up, man.
Oh man.
I feel like we've been talking for 2-3 hours.
Something like that.
Something like that.
All right.
Oh shit, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's late.
I had fun with y'all.
It's getting late. Why you gotta be here?
I'm going to drink.
Let's get in the what's your experience, man, so we can go home. I said that like I ain't at home.
Right. Like I don't. Let me do this so we go. I go to my next room.
Oh man, that's funny. Today you done? You finished?
Just empty.
You had more than that than I thought you did. But you said that.
That's another show.
Let's get into a holiday experience. I ain't gonna lie, I've been over here thinking I ain't came up with nothing.
Holiday experience?
Yeah, holiday experience. I was trying to think of something. I'm like, man. I guess for my holiday experience, what I want to do is let me give a smooth shout out to my mama, Kim, because y'all know my mama. Because I never felt like, I wanted for holidays. Mama was a single mama. She worked 2 or 3 jobs sometimes. She always did what she had to do. I ain't willing to get a second job. I don't know. I guess because she had kids and I don't. So that maybe that's it. But, Christmas time or whatever, Thanksgiving, whatever. She didn't really get down with Halloween. I just kind of got into Halloween, in the last 5 or 6 years or so. But, she just made sure we were straight.
Right.
For every holiday, Now, granted, most holidays we was eating at other people's house. My mom she wasn't cooking and all that, you know what I'm saying? But, except that one Thanksgiving, she had bought honey baked ham. My auntie be talking about all the time how my little cousin or my older cousin had to use the bathroom, so they came over and she found out my mama had bought Thanksgiving food, so she called everybody in the family and was like, this nigga Kim got food. Literally everybody came to the house and ate. My mama was heated. She thought we was about to eat for the week.
Nah.
My auntie ruined that.
They had a fight?
Oh no.
Fuck.
No indeed. Cause my mama would go to other people's house and eat too much to fight somebody for
yeah. How dare you deny us
the audacity,
food.
right? So nah, she didn't. But yeah, just shout out to her for always holding us down for holidays, working 3 jobs sometimes. That shit wild to me when I think about it.
Shelly wasn't doing that shit.
I don't know how she did it.
My turn?
Yeah, your turn. I'm still thinking.
Oh man, my holiday experience is really just. I really remember like New Year's and 4th of July and shit like that.
Popping fireworks.
Popping fireworks and shit like that. Like I had a recent one with my partner, Cole. I got a partner named Cole. He came by me one day. You know, I'm a grown man. When he came to me, like, man, I want to pop fireworks. I'm like, I ain't really know all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had a kid at the time, but you know, I wasn't really popping fireworks with her because she was just so young. We just take her or her mama take her to go see the fireworks. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, man, I'm gonna pop fireworks. I'm like, I don't pop fireworks. I'm like, man, all right, I'll come and hang with you because you know, you fun to be with, but I ain't really interested in all that shit. So we went down the expressway, got some fireworks and shit like that. And I'm looking at him and shit like that. He just like, he tweaking and shit like that. So I'm like, he seemed kind of excited to get these fireworks and shit. Talking about them and shit like that and shit like that. So I'm like, it never really dawned on me that, you know. But we get home. He's like, man, when you gonna pop the fireworks at? So I call my cousin. I call my cousin Rayon because he like a firework enthusiast too. So I knew that Rayon was gonna appreciate the fireworks. So we bring him. Went to Woodmill, brought him by Rayon, and we started popping fireworks. We probably like 31 years old. I'm 35, so we 31 years old popping fireworks. No kids around, just 3 grown ass men popping fireworks. So Cole popped the fireworks. And I'm just looking at him like, man, like you seem kind of like you new to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you like stretching out, trying to be as far away to lighten the fireworks as he can, but still being distant to light the fireworks. So I'm like, it just never really dawned on me. So, you know, all right, so we getting the candles and shit. You got the candlesticks, you hold up in the air, and they go pop, pop, pop. So they had a bigger version of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cannon.
Yeah, it's like a bigger version of this shit. This bitch go up, it go boop. It ain't like it ain't them. It's the boop. But it's not the boom. Like you're safe to hold in your hand. And he holding in his hand and shit like that. And that shit hit him the first time. Pop. And he brought it down, like the force brought it down. And I don't really know what happened, but he ended up pointing that bitch towards the house. and he dropped it. And the shit dropped on the ground, but it was still going up. It like, bah, bah, bah. And my cousin, Rayon mama, came outside talking on the phone. And all I hear is, yeah, girl, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And at that time, Cole had dropped the firework or the candle, whatever. And we like, oh shit, you know, everybody reacted. So we like, you know, move. And somehow that bitch went up and it went straight for my cousin's mother. And she did this mean hurdle like, like 3 quick hurdles, yeah. This lady like 50-something years old, you feel me? So she really did when she had she bought, it's like, she like, you know, you're old and you ain't got it no more. Yeah. But like when you're in that moment of life or death, adrenaline comes up and it's like you about to go back to when you was 20 years old. It was like quick 3 mean hurdles, like bloop, bloop, bloop. And she dodged all them bitches. I'm like, go ahead, Cheryl. I'm like, girl, go ahead. Yeah, I definitely thought that thing was about to pop you. That bitch could have dropped and it landed. It was pointing straight towards her. So we know it's about to come out some more. So we trying to tell everybody to get out of the way. Me, I was at a safe distance.
Of course.
Because when he dropped it, I kind of started to move it back. So by the time everybody was like, watch out, you know, I was already good. But I couldn't help her. And, you know, she was on the phone.
Yeah, girl. Oh, bitch.
And she was alert. She did up the hurdles. Huh? When after that?
No, what she said when it was coming.
She ain't really say nothing. She was like,
Straight to
all right.
action.
She was like, yeah, like, all right, this is what it's about to be. You know what I'm saying? I see the deal, so she got ready. And she, 3 quick ones. And then she went her ass inside after that. she went, she did her 3 quick hurdles, and started a conversation.
Serious out here.
Like, girl, let me go back inside. These niggas don't know what they doing. But turns out my friend never really popped fireworks before.
That nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
All y'all in danger.
I would have never thought at 30 years old I would have like a staple holiday moment. You know what I'm saying? But that would be it. It wouldn't.
I like popping fireworks too, though.
Yeah. It wouldn't be like really like Christmas or anything like opening presents. Like that motherfucker was. That was nice. That was entertaining.
I also had my own bad fireworks experience.
Yeah.
Boy, tell my fireworks story then.
Oh Lord.
It was my got the hiccups, huh? That's childish as fuck. Nah, man, it was on New Year's and I was like 15 by this chick fam. Really, nigga, I'm childish.
You was 15?
Yeah, I was 15 and you know the firecracker that when you light it, the color come out?
The smoke bombs.
Smoke bomb. Only I didn't have the smoke bomb in my fucking hand. I had the real bomb in my hand. So I got it in my left hand, doing this, waiting for the color to come out. And I'm like, man, why the color ain't boom?
Boy, you lucky you got your fingers.
Man, that girl daddy looked at me and said, nigga, I knew you was crazy, but shit, motherfucker. I put that bitch in my hand in my pocket, act like I really did it on purpose. I said, this is what I do. That's what I do, baby.
Oh, this nigga stupid,
You lucky
son.
you got your fingers.
Man, look,
son.
that's what I do. What you mean?
Yeah.
Look, that didn't hurt. That bitch hurt for a day.
Yeah.
A day or two. That bitch, that's why, I know what the NFL nigga was going through. Pierre Paul, when he lost one finger, I say, yeah, I can see how he lost them bitches.
You lucky you got yours.
But he had high grade though.
Yeah, I had that cheap shit. That shit hurt.
Yeah. I didn't have family members put it in their mouth, lit it, and knock their teeth out. Fucking right.
What's
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I forgot his name. It may have been Keita Man. I think it was probably Keita Man. He lit that bitch in his mouth. And he knocked his teeth out. You see, he just... He got like those two... He got like 2 or 3 front and bottom missing. Like 2 or 3. Boop, boop, boop.
Because he's stupid.
Huh?
Because he crazy.
This nigga better than me. He did what he had to do.
Oh, it was a bet.
Fucking right.
Of course it was a bet.
It wasn't a lot. I don't know how
Not
much
enough
it was.
to be missing 4 fucking teeth, nigga.
Yeah, it doesn't offset the
conversation with.
I know he lost way more. Well, getting the, I guess with partial, he lost way more getting the partial than he did winning that bet.
Nigga, I bet you can't do it. Nigga, I could do that. Do it.
You know that partial hit him for like a couple stacks.
I bet it did.
Oh, he fixed it?
Probably won $20.
Yeah, man, he go your 20, nigga. You earned that. You earned that shit.
Yeah, nigga, I told you I was gonna do it. I told you. On his way to the hospital, you a real nigga, son. You a real one, nigga.
A nigga betted me $10 to go down the slip and slide in full clothes in my church clothes, and I did that shit.
Your mama bust that ass.
Nah, it was after church. I was scared. I was still scared to go home though. I was still scared, but it dried up.
Hold on, something was wet?
My clothes
he went down the slide.
Oh, the slide was wet.
Yeah, the slip and slide. I went down
Oh,
that bitch.
okay. I thought you were talking about it's a regular
Yeah,
slide.
for Peter, betted me $10 to go down that bitch fully clothed on Sunday.
He paid you?
Fucking right.
All right. I was worried about Peter, man.
Peter ran over me.
You and Peter friendship. I was wondering.
Since he ran over him at the haunted house.
Real shaky.
Yeah.
Real shaky.
I had to check in on that shit.
Real.
I had to check in there like, did he pay you?
Real shaky.
Peter might not be the friend you think.
Yeah, that nigga really put his Timberland
right.
print on my head.
It's
son.
all right, Peter, bro.
We ain't. Fuck ain't all right.
All
Am I all right?
Alright, man.
Victim blame.
Alright.
I love y'all, man.
Y'all crazy. Oh,
You gotta say
man.
something inspirational, Ernest.
Oh yeah.
He ain't got that inspirational.
Yes, I do.
Oh, all right.
What you mean? Psst, baby, I'm on E. You better believe it. All right, you ready? You ready for this?
I gotta go. That's why you gotta. I'm ready because I gotta
Hey,
go.
you gotta wake up to be up.
Now that's deep. Hold on, so y'all don't think that's deep? Hold on, Brittany. Take some time in. Let it marinate, Brittany.
Let it marinate. You gotta wake up to be up.
Let it marinate, Brittany. Come on,
Curve,
now,
you
Brittany.
fuck with
Come on
it?
now, Brittany.
Curve fuck with it.
Come on now,
Yeah.
Brittany. That could go on the shirt.
You gotta wake up to be up.
I hear you, man.
Right.
I hear you, man.
Hey, whoop, there it is.
We ain't got nothing coming up we need to announce, huh?
Nah.
We were supposed to be playing kickball today,
Today? For real?
December.
Why we didn't?
We bullshitting.
All right.
People scared of us. Team EDL, undefeated.
We gotta
We bullshitting.
we gotta finalize the cruise details. Let me try to get that shit done by the beginning of next year.
All right, y'all. Everybody love everybody at once and apart. Still loving from a distance. Love y'all. Peace.
You ain't even let me say bye or nothing.
Oh, my bad. Say bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, y'all.
Shit. I
Adios.
thought you was gonna say
Peace.
something.